Y'all get up in my live. Get up in the live. Get up. Get in here. What up, E? What up, gang? Dr. E, I see y'all. See, Dr. E ain't used to this shit. He ain't used to just
Mic check.
not coming on without no music or nothing like that. We on a mission.
That part.
He was like, shit, let me.
I'm used to an intro. Like play that little intro first, and then we go into
Let me hear. Hell nah, man. We gotta start off with a fresh. We gotta start off with a fresh one.
Why would you and Puff be taking a picture with a dude did that? Nani?
Because they showed me the picture. I don't know who took the picture. What do you mean? The nigga walked up to Puff car first.
What you was doing when they showed you?
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain it?
Nani?
I can't. Because I have absolutely no memory of that photograph ever being taken.
Do you recognise yourself in the photo?
Yeah.
Y'all the ones let them folks do y'all all type of ways. We ain't let them. Hell no. Oh, I think y'all the one let these industry folks do y'all all type of ways. They handling the shit out of y'all. They knocking elastic out these people's drawers, ain't they, Dr. E?
that part.
They knock
Literally.
elastic. They knocking elastic out your motherfucking drawers. See, that's why we started this campaign game. We hit different. We'll pinpoint your ass. Now I see everybody. Everybody. Look, I just got off the phone with Dr. Lily Coley. We got a headbanger for you. So we tied up some loose strings to make this interview exclusive. It's going down tomorrow. It's fucking going down. Well, how he get hurt? Don't worry about it. That's gang. That's Star Sector. Ramir's like a brother to me. Oh, do you think that's the somebody said, I think that's the brother? I know. I mean, I know that's the son. Hell you talking about? Yeah, that's the son. Oh, I'm gonna just get on the internet and just say I'm this my daddy for all this long. Ain't nobody finna get up here and try to do that. Dope scene. What the hell? Come on, man. And then get embarrassed. Turn around and get embarrassed. Pump me up. Pump up the test so I can get kicked in my ass. Come on, stop playing. Everybody know that man's son. Y'all crazy as hell. We gonna show y'all that anyway. Y'all get in here. Hit the like button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's another one. Today it's another one. Today, Dr. E, I'm had to, somebody in the chat I went on earlier today. I ain't had that good feedback. I was actually driving. I think my Bluetooth was hooked up, so I said, fuck it. Somebody in the comment section, they was laughing at me. They be like, bruh, be doing his thing. So I said, somebody said, do a part two. I said, okay, well, let me just go ahead and do a part two. So just to recap the things, and I got somebody here with Dr. E. I ain't no shade. It's just, just some things that, what we do is point out some things. You know what I'm saying? Considering the Dolph case, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the whole Dolph sector. Yeah, with Jook, we know when Jook was like, he was talking about he was paying. I pay, I know it's getting bad. I'll pay for your watch. I'll pay for your jersey.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, did he kind of seem suspect? Did he not seem kind of suspect to you?
That was wide open. I mean, he put it out there. Then that was his own mouth. Came out the horse's mouth.
What man wants to buy another man's jewelry? Like, I'm gonna buy your jewelry. No, it's gonna get bad. I'm like, God damn, what's wrong with you? But I got some things, I wanted to ask you just from the body language.
Okay, yeah.
I ain't never seen no man smack their lip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn.
You want to see what I'm talking about, Dr. E?
Yeah, I ain't never paid attention to that, but yeah, let me see.
Hey y'all, I'm finna start
Oh, I don't know.
I'm finna start
I kind of do that sometimes. I don't know if I can.
Hey y'all, I'm finna start
It's like a gesture, Yeah, it's a gesture. I mean, it ain't nothing gay about it. I mean, I never seen it as that.
That's not sus. respect?
Nah, because like I said, if I do it, I don't look at it suspect.
I'm finna start
Look at the
Yeah, I mean,
eyes, gang.
well, I don't know about that part,
The
you know.
eyes did with the Juke with. I think Juke had that sugar.
Well, I, mean,
Let's see a
I
hand
ain't
gesture.
saying.
Let's see the hand gesture.
to never be
I don't
talked
know.
about. You feel me? I'll be so far out the way that won't nobody even know the deal we made. You feel me?
Juke, come on, bro.
Yeah, towards the smacking, what he doing with kind of with his jaw or teeth, whatever. That's what I do it with. That's just kind of a. I don't know if it's an old school thing, but people used to do that. You know, it's like a. It's a gesture.
Ooh, wait. I
Yeah, it's
said,
like a
damn.
gesture, but yeah, but I don't.
Hey, let's see hand gesture, Roberto.
I ain't gonna really say that's a gay move because it was a common thing that I seen people do. I mean, I don't know if it came from the prisons like sagging the pins, but I'm just saying. I don't know. I never noticed that until you just brought it up. Now you make me think about it. How often do I do it? When do I do it? And I have
Oh,
two older. Now I have two older sisters, so you gotta look at if I'm in the household. Maybe it's kind of a common thing that we could have picked up. I don't know. You feel me? I didn't have older brothers.
I don't feel you on. I don't
I
feel
had
you on
older
that one.
sisters. Well, yeah, I'm saying I had older sisters, so if I picked it up, I may have picked it up from them, and then nobody corrected me on it. You feel what I'm saying? And then all of us got older sisters may have did that, and so it was common for us. But I ain't ever had nobody say, "Oh, that's a gay move. You can't do that." You know, I had
Well,
plenty of dudes. You know
let's
what
see
I'm saying?
what
I
Jordan.
had plenty of OGs that should have said, "Hey, man, don't be doing that. That's female. That's gay." I didn't get no
Right.
correction.
I ain't never seen you do it. Thank God. I said, damn.
I'm
If
just
I would have
saying.
seen
I
you
don't
do it,
know.
I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have said, I just would have said,
Well,
mm. Angel, what? Dr. E just smacked his lips and goddamn and turned his eyes to the left. I said, damn.
Hey
Hey,
y'all, I'm finna start
no, I don't know about the eye thing.
come on, Chuck.
I
Hey,
know I never rolled my eyes though. You know that was considered gay. If you roll your eyes and you're a male, yeah.
right, let's
Hey
see
y'all,
it.
I'm finna start
Yeah, I don't know about that part.
Girl, bye, child, bye.
Matter of fact, I'm thinking about Gene Deal's videos. I think I seen Gene Deal doing
Gene
it.
Deals was doing it.
I think so.
Let me
I
see.
seen somebody.
Why would you and Puff be taking a picture with a who did that? That don't make no sense.
because they showed me the picture. I don't know who took the picture. What do you mean? The nigga walked up to Puff car first.
You've seen the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain it?
I can't. Because I don't, I have no, again, I have absolutely no memory of that photograph ever being taken.
Do you recognise yourself in the photo?
Yeah.
If that's what money make you do, I ain't finna just, that money, it just bring out the weird in a motherfucker. Just the weird.
Yeah. Now that second dude, that what's his name, the Einstein guy, or whatever.
Yeah, you talking
He
about Prince Andrews.
yeah, you see how proper he is, you know. So that's a whole thing. It's hard to tell if they, you know, on the sugar tank or not because when they got that proper talk, that's kind of considered okay. But that's been a long time and kind of gay suspect. About them English guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so to
I
his
was
face, I
saying,
said, yeah, that's tender. That's it.
yeah,
I'll buy you jewelry. I know everything. I ain't never seen Juke with no female. And no shade. I'm just saying, it's a lot of weird shit going on. You know how they get off in the game. You know, and then like I had done told people earlier. Now this is a sad thing right here, Dr. E. Let me show you. Now I'm just saying, gang. It's a sad situation. You know, when you going down to a repast, right, gang? And you know, before the repast, you go to the funeral, right? You go to the funeral, and then to me, and you know, right there, like I mean, like, ain't it sad? You going to the funeral, gang? I said, damn. And 20 minutes later, you not knowing that you're gonna be sitting in that. That's a bad feeling. Every time I look at this picture, I'm like,
I
damn.
mean,
He just should have told Eric Bovan scoot over. Just go scoot over and let me get in there with you, because I'm right behind you.
That's sadly what happened.
I'm right behind you. I mean, he was already dressed for the occasion.
Damn.
So Bovan got on the same suit he got on. He was like, scoot over, Bovan, let me go and get in. I sleep at the feet, so we can fit. Yeah, I said, damn. He goes,
Damn.
I'm just saying it. That's sad not to know that 15 minutes later, he didn't even know that he was finna go. I ain't seen nobody lay in no casket like that. That's what they do to the rich people. Have you seen somebody in the casket like that? He almost coming out of there. That casket don't look like he tucked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking dragged to the casket when you tucked in. He ain't girl by boy by.
What is it? That's Juke in the casket?
No, he was on his way. Juke standing up looking down.
Oh, okay. So that's his uncle or whatever, right? In the casket.
That's Eric Bovan. That's the big connections, the big plug, the big drug family. The drug family, just going to the drug family. You know, this was like some mafia type of shit.
Right.
We look at it and we did
it mafia. They did it in mafia style. They did, like you said, the killing right at the repass. That's mafia.
Right.
That's gangster. That's gangster. They used to do that in California. You know, in California, when they had the Bloods Crispy fighting, they started that back in the day with seeing colors, shooting at the funeral. That was common. That was a common situation. But they come ready for that. So, you know what I'm saying? But Juke wasn't ready. Because obviously who we was with, you know what I'm saying, allegedly, it was planned. They didn't get hit.
Right. And we know Yo Gotti left the situation early.
Right.
Get back to the airport.
Mm-hmm. Now that supposed to been a gangster thing. They supposed to be like what was that in New Jack City? You know, it was all they was ready for whatever. Doing the cycle drive by that. I was the first time I seen something like that where dudes rode on the motorcycle and did the drive by. That was in New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen nobody do that, but that was gangster back then. The day we saw that one, I was surprised a lot of people didn't try to take that one. So you were gonna do it on the motorcycle from ninjas. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All the bike clubs, I ain't never seen them do nothing like that.
Some of the things that the people are gonna find out tomorrow when Dr. Lily Cully comes to the live, y'all. We're gonna set a time. Don't be calculating. If you're over there at Content Kings, I keep telling y'all to come over here. We be having 50 views over there. Why they don't want to come over here? They must y'all love the Content King channel. Come on over here. We right here. Boy, bye. Y'all get in here. Now, I was just saying, it's all tying in right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is tying in right now. It's all happening for a reason. Cause see, they not realizing though. These people ain't realizing when they cutting off them stamps. They cutting them stamps off for a reason. Why ain't got no stamps? If they can't go to the doctor, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They draining these rappers. They destroying. Not only are we destroying them. Oh, let me tell you what had done happened with the internet. News break. Guess what done happened, Dr. E? Big Meat's son that got pulled over.
Yeah, what happened?
I said,
who?
Big Meat's son got pulled over, gang. Now y'all know
oh, wow.
Big Meat is. Salute,
right.
What's up, brother? What's up, gang?
The actor dude. The one that 50 Cent was
some short motherfuckers. When they showed them pictures of Big Meats before he got locked up, I thought he was tall. He a little funny looking motherfucker.
He got a name, Big Meats, but he had a little guy. It should have been Little Meats.
Small meat. He had small meat. Small meat. Yeah, nigga, that was the Big Meats. That wasn't nothing big about that nigga. That nigga small in him up. Big boom head ass nigga. That boom. They call him boom. I said, damn.
That's like having a big dude named Tiny, and he be a big dude. Just the opposite.
Yeah. God damn, here she go. God damn it. What's going on, Diamond?
What's going on, y'all? I'm outside.
What happened?
I'm outside. All right,
what's up?
Outside.
Ain't nothing going on. Nothing but the Dolph case. Nothing going on but golf. You
I
trying to
just went in. I just went into a Mexican restaurant. The lady gonna look at me. I said, "How much your tacos is?" She looked at me. She knew I had to been country as hell because I was like, "How much your tacos?" And I realized
How much
I
you
had
talk
to
to me?
leave because I'm working. So I'm like, nah, I'll just come back. But they about to close
Diamond,
in 30 minutes. I ain't gonna be able to do that one.
Diamond
Oh,
Gang, Diamond Gang. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Now, is
What's
this
going on?
suspect? This right here. Let me ask you, sis. Is this suspect?
Hey, y'all. I'm finna start
oh,
Hey,
it's
y'all.
pro.
I'm finna start
Tender? Is that tender? How Big Jug just smacked his lips and rolled his eye?
No, he lying. That's what it is. When you
And
lie,
you
when
what?
you roll your eyes, you line your teeth
But
straight through
didn't
your
that
teeth.
seem like kind of suspect? Like sugar in the tank? How that eye rolled it? That looked sugar.
Hey, y'all. I'm finna start
I wouldn't put it past it.
I always thought Jug looked tender, gang. Jug looked tender. I'm just saying, I just wanted to
I
ask
would think
Diamond
that
that.
he'd be more focused to be, dealing with the females than worrying about making some money with some Negroes. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? I just
That's true.
they lucky
That's
we didn't
true.
go over there and drag we can go over there and drag goddamn Big Meat son. I'm finna drag him though. Now the word on the streets, everybody, y'all get in here. Big Meat son got pulled over with the gang in Detroit with the guys. Now one of the guys fell asleep in the car allegedly and woke up with some guns on him, right? Stop. Right? Woke up with some guns on him.
Okay.
All right. So now the police is questioning him everything. Now Lil Meech over there talking to the officers. Now the officers allegedly said that, it's illegal to have guns because people have businesses and all of that type of stuff, right? At that
Mhm.
point in time, it was time to go, right?
Mhm.
It would be time to go. Okay, officer, can we get ready to leave? Everything good? Yeah, that's what. Guess what Lil Meech saying? I ain't
Uh.
talking about the guns. I ain't talking about the guns. I'm talking about the other stuff. What?
What the heck? What the what?
Big Meat son just snitched on his homies. They was finna let him go. The, for one, you planted the guns on your homies. And the officers
What?
was finna let y'all go say the guns was legal. And Lil Meech gonna say, I ain't talking about the guns, I'm talking about the other stuff. And the police searched the car, gang.
So he just snitched on his homies?
Yes, it was about to let him go. It's going viral on the internet right now.
So he said that okay, they had guns, and he said, "Oh, yeah, I had you pull up and roll up on us because I wasn't talking about the guns they got. I'm talking about the other stuff."
Allegedly, the
He
police was
said,
pulling up. The buddy was asleep. Buddy sleep, wake up with two guns, but not knowing. Now, I hope I got the story right. Now, wake up with the two guns on him. Officers come on in. Officers say, okay, now he noticed the friend is telling the story. The friend notices, what up, Damon Bryan? The friend notices that, okay, and I got two guns on me, but he noticed, goddamn, Lil Meech is over there talking to the police officers. So the police officers come back to the friend and say, it's not really, he's like, man, he's like, well, it's not really legal to have guns because people have businesses, right? So they good. They ready to go. So the next day should be like, all right, thank you, officer. We can get ready to go. But Little Meat say, I ain't talking about the guns. I'm talking about the other stuff. What? So
"Wow,
now what did that make the officers do? Do a more thorough search. They get locked up. Lil Meeks didn't even come get the guy out of jail, gang.
wow,
He was on there talking about, my partner told me he was on there talking about, man, I can't believe your daddy breeded somebody like you. I said, damn.
wow." So
This
is
street,
he? I mean, I'm taking it that he hanging around certain dudes to get street credit because he ain't really about that life, right? I mean, he's supposed to be a whole actor and everything, right?
right.
But he trying to get this street credit for some reason, besides the show that he does when he's already playing his dad for the street credit. So you ain't got to really be that because you play that and you get paid to play it.
Right.
Why
It's
he
crazy.
doing what he doing?
Right.
Who
Why you?
teaching these kids?
Exactly.
Because he a dumbass.
Who is
Right.
teaching these damn kids, man? They have no kind of they don't. Oh my! See
Hey,
what happens,
Cupcake.
Diamond, with somebody going outside. They don't go outside of them. He been in the
Hey, Miss Liz.
studio playing a role and he don't know what to do.
Let me
He
get
get
Miss
out there
Liz
and
up here.
snitch on his homies.
I'm glad Miss
That's
Liz.
crazy.
I'm doing all type of ways. Yeah, that shit
Man,
crazy.
that's
Yeah,
weird
it's done.
energy.
It's got to be done. Miss Liz probably got a little more intel on the story. Let Miss Liz tell it.
My
Okay.
thing is, he probably thought they were going down anyway because he probably knew old boy probably was hot. You
That
know
Mm.
part.
how a person start panicking and shit because you got people around you who ain't supposed to have around you, and you like, man, I ain't going down for your ass. Like that's how
Right.
I take it.
I
But
gotta
the
ask
way
Miss
Mm.
he
Liz.
did it was fucked up. Because if they were gonna let you go, you should just
Right.
kept
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah. Don't give them more than what they ask for. If they ask for
Hey,
something,
Miss
then think
Liz.
about what you say before you say it.
Where Miss Liz at? Miss Liz,
Yeah,
get
that is
here.
true.
We got Cupcake in the building. All the Dolph sectors pulling up. Shouts out to the Dolph sector. Now, I ain't gonna lie now. Now, he got Eric Bovan. I ain't gonna lie. Eric Bovan on the left, and Jug. I think that's Jug Daddy. I don't know who Gotti Daddy is,
Damn.
but that man was there to see his own daddy feel. I always thought that was that man daddy, gang. The Bovan, Govan, all that shit. See Bovan, Govan. See that shit. You see what I'm saying? They try to do us all type of Bovan. So we gonna figure that shit out too. Y'all can't. We gonna we gonna figure that shit out. Govan and Bovan. All that shit come in similar. AYG.
That is a trip. I didn't think about that.
Hey Melia.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hey
What's cracking?
Melia.
What's
Hey
cracking?
Melia. Melia,
Yes.
is this suspect? Is this suspect? I did a live today, but my volume wasn't high enough. They was trying to drag me in the chat. They said, "Bro, you did your thing, but your volume was messed up." But Miss Liz, mute your mic real quick. Is this the man smack his lip? He smacked and looked the other way. This seems
Hey
feminine
y'all,
to me. What y'all?
I'm finna start Hey y'all, I'm finna start
What you think about that, Miss Liz? With you
Because he smacked his lips.
and his eyes, that didn't seem suspect, like tender.
Hey y'all, I'm finna start
I'm finna start. I'm finna
Go,
start.
go to New Orleans
Anybody?
and have a man call you baby. You know. Yeah,
Say
baby.
what? Right? Yeah,
Go to New Orleans. I mean, they call men call you baby. Men call other men baby.
Yeah, that is true. So you're right about that. Louisiana dudes do that. New Orleans, like you said, New Orleans specifically.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Liz,
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, we
baby.
had
baby.
the news break. Before we go
Hey,
to
baby.
Dragon, before we get to the Dragon section, in a second. Doctor, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, gang. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying what Liz said. You know, down in New Orleans, I stayed in Louisiana for a while, but the New Orleans guys, I mean, we're not saying that's not real. That's what they do. That's what they talk. That's part of their vocabulary. And I never really thought about that, in comparison with Jug, but I get what she's saying, in certain places, different regions, different things. I don't know.
They kiss each other on the cheek and shit.
I ain't no
Yeah,
never
I mean,
kiss no man. I ain't seen no man from no Louisiana kiss no man on the cheek.
Well, you better
Don't
go
come
back
over here
and you bet.
starting rumors, Miss Liz. You
I'm
starting
telling you,
rumors.
I'm
That's how
telling you
rumors
what
get
I've
started.
experienced.
Miss Liz, that's how rumors get started, Miss Liz.
That's the truth. See that?
I ain't seen no man from
Hey,
Louisiana kiss no other man on
Miss
no cheek.
Liz, you got
well,
me cracking up.
I
I
seen
put it like
Baby
this.
kiss Lil Wayne in the mouth now.
I
I've seen
I
him
put it
kiss
like
him on
this.
the cheek.
Now in Bourbon Street, if you go down Canal and Bourbon Street, or you go on that 4 East side of Bourbon Street, it's a little area in there that's like, West Hollywood, if you want to call it that.
Hey,
You
Big
feel me?
Ray.
So what Miss Liz is talking about, when you down there on Bourbon Street, Canal Street, it's possible that she probably saw what she saw because it's all down there, especially on that end. I was told specifically when I went down there, do not go on the other end. No matter how drunk y'all get, don't go to them clubs on the other end of Bourbon Street. Don't go on that dark end. It's like dark on that side where all the lights start getting darker. But they got the neon lights outside. They don't go on that end. I was told that before I got too drunk. I'm just telling you. So what Miss Liz is saying, I'm thinking she's referring to that area. And if anybody from New Orleans, we ain't dragging your city, but that's what I was told by some of y'all people down there when I went down there and we was hanging with our crew. And they said, whatever y'all do, don't go to the other side where it gets dark and the
Don't
lights
you
get
go
dim.
over there. Don't you bring your ass over there to that dark side.
Cause,
You might not
cause if
come
you
back
over there on
out
that
right.
dark side,
Might
right,
have a little
right.
sugar.
I'm just,
Might get a little
yeah,
sugar.
and that's what they said
Big
too.
Ray.
They added that to it. It's like, unless you about that life.
Thank you, Big Ray. We got somebody new to the channel. Thank you,
Yeah.
gang, for coming in. This is the Dolph sector, man. We've been covering the Dolph case, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Very observed. This sector, this channel is for listeners. This channel is for observers. Pure facts over here, man. We do sometimes get over here and kick the bobos. Today we're taking a little break, but we just touching a couple of things that we were covering for the last couple of days. Stay in motion because there's a lot of people out here ain't got no motion. See, we got motion. We gonna keep these reels rolling, man. We gonna keep putting that coal in that shit, and it's gonna keep on steaming, and we gonna keep on moving. So I'm gonna read a couple of these comments, gang. Now we just started, and Kimberly, we're gonna get to that because we're gonna definitely touch some things here in the Dolph sector today. YG the Great, make sure y'all subscribe to my sister Yolanda the Great's channel, man. Please go to Yolanda the Great, awesome right here. I show it right here. Drop your channels down in the chat. I'm not no hater. I'm greater. I share it. I don't hide it. I divide it. My team, we push a hard line and we do what we do. So we gonna get ours regardless. So shouts out to the whole Dolph sector. If you have a channel, please put it in the chat so we can support your channels. Definitely if you're with the same thing that we're with over here on this channel, and that's for truth. You know what I'm saying? So now like we were saying, Miss Liz, before you got in, I'm gonna get to this comment. So you heard about what happened to Lil Meech, right?
Dummy.
Uh
He's a dummy. Dummy. Dummy move. Dummy.
so
Yeah.
is that considered
Yeah.
being a rat? That's almost like he working in. Who would sit up and
I
say
think
to
I think
somebody,
he thought he was shooting or in character. That's what I think.
"Oh, Miss Liz, they can't say that man thought he was playing on a movie.
Yeah,
That nigga know it wasn't no
I
I
said
cameras
too.
think
open
I
out
think
there.
he thought he was shooting.
Yeah, that's what I said. So
Nah,
he
nigga,
played the movie,
why was
so
we always making excuses? Now he thought that he was filming. I said, damn.
Walk with me and talk with me, C-Dub.
I
Have you
am, Miss
noticed
Liz. I'm
ever
trying to walk and
since
talk.
walk and talk with me? Have you
How
noticed that
you?
ever since his dad's been out, this motherfucker has been in the most fucked up situations and fucked up. He's actually fired from BMF.
that's
50
true.
doesn't want to have a goddamn thing to do with
True.
him.
50, the
That's
police
true.
too. His name 50 50. 50 is 50. Yeah, he telling he the police too.
So, I mean, he's been in the most fucked up situation. And I mean, if
Yeah,
they do another season of BMF, uh, that'll be his last, and he probably won't get another acting gig because his acting is trash.
damn.
I said, damn.
Wow.
So, but what? That's to me. I'm not gonna go with the fact that
Wow.
that gang.
Mm.
We can't. We're not gonna sit up here and go with the fact of thinking that this man thought he was filming. He didn't think he was filming, obviously. That's how rumors get started.
You
That's
know what
not
I think?
rumors.
I think the only way people gonna take him
Son,
seriously again if he try to drop this gangster persona. You know what I'm saying? Find
He's a
somebody to chill
suburb
with and
kid.
relax. I think that's the only way people will take him seriously again. He has to change his
Yeah.
whole aura about himself because he trying to live the legacy of his father. Look, you're not your daddy, so find your own lane, stay in it, and change your ways so people can take you seriously again. Because right now you're losing everybody interest.
Shit, the daddy don't even look like what he looked like when he went in at all. I like that ain't the same nigga. That nigga looked tall. He didn't. Oh, no, he looked funny though. That daddy looked funny than a mother.
I always
Give
thought he was
you
a
a
bigger
group
dude.
of
Yeah.
give you a group of kids who are trying to be thugs, who were raised in
Yeah.
the suburbs with a silver spoon in their mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
You have King Harris, T.I.'s
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
That ain't his son. They say
He-
that's Ice T son. They
oh my
did.
God.
We
They
ain't
said
finna
he
go
Ice
there
T
with the
son.
rumors,
Oh,
okay?
come on, C
We ain't
Dub.
even finna
Come
go
on
They
now.
there. We
did.
ain't finna go there. But I will
What they said.
say that baby that he just had, King just had, did
There you
humble
go.
him. It did humble him. He stopped
It
his
So
humbled him
ways.
a
y'all missed
lot.
all of that.
And thank God for the baby because he
That's
was
the
out
Ice
there.
T son. Prove it. Y'all know Ice T was maxing power. He had power. Ice T son.
Oh man.
It is Ice T son.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord Jesus.
Allegedly. I don't want him to sue me. I ain't got shit. He ain't gonna get shit. He ain't gonna try to sue me. She ain't gonna do that but miss court.
Then you have Little Meek.
Little me.
Little Meech, yeah.
And then
Then
they
you
got the
have
nerve to
Little
wear some bell
Meech.
bottoms. How they you already short and then gonna put on some bell bottoms? I don't like them new bell bottom pants they got these boys wearing these days. I don't know what the hell going. Just scraping them. Ah, that shit ugly than a motherfucker.
And they're expensive. They're ugly. And I mean, I'm not paying no
Dang.
How much they how
$200
much they
for
going?
one of my nephews to wear that shit. I'm not doing that.
Well, Miss Liz, you know something. I
250?
know you know a little
Damn.
bit about that Bovan family, the Bovan family. You think Bovan, uh, that Eric could have been Big Jug Daddy?
Who?
That Eric could have been Eric Bovan could have been Big Jug Daddy.
I don't
They
think
was over there
so.
talking in another sector, in the Dolph sector. That I was over there laughing. I said, I'm gonna bring that shit over here, start some shit. But
Damn.
I don't
yeah.
think so. I
Well, I
don't think
always
so. I
thought he
think
did look like him, but we know, like Cupcake said, he was married to Jug's aunt. So we know that whole family
mhm.
had they had informants in that family. See, it's always these big guys, big drug guys, like that's what we just seen.
But his mama
Big Chief
was a,
son.
a kingpin, right? I mean, Memphis was a hub.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
a LA hub, a big hub.
Mm-hmm.
It was some heavy hitters that pushed some
Mm-hmm.
major weight out of Memphis.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
And the Bovans, even we know that Gotti's aunt, she even was working. You see what
I
I'm
mean, you
saying?
got to be a hard woman to sell to push weight and dope. I mean, you got to be. God damn.
Well, I'm trying to find out then why is it
You
hard
ain't
to
lying.
tell when y'all seen this guy
Mm.
after?
No
Okay,
femininity.
you go to a repass.
It's just
You
a
go to
tad
a
though.
repass. They said there was an officer out on the scene, so the officer did not see this vehicle or chase this vehicle down. And again, we've already talked about what happened with O Block when them boys went down there to assassinate. No, not King Von. You talking about FB Duck? When they went down there, when they went to go get FBG Duck, they watched them boys, them cameras, watched them boys all the way from the south side to the downtown Chicago. What
Oh, I
happened?
Mhm.
remember that.
All the way till they unalived them, got back in the vehicle. They them cameras popped them boys all the way till they went back to the projects. So tell me, how come they couldn't do that to this vehicle? I personally think that this was the police. I think the police had something to do with this.
Mm.
They had to. This is like a
I think
movie
it
I
was
see.
star.
I think it was a carefully orchestrated hit.
Yeah. The tags are off. Look at that. They went in there, playing vehicle like a rental or something.
And I think that Big Jook got too comfortable as well. I mean, when you coming in for a funeral, you don't think that nobody's gonna plan a hit on you. Come on now, you coming in
Yeah.
for a funeral, you should be in and out. But as far as the repast, we can eat some chicken and dressing on the plane. I love you, but I got to go.
So Gotti made the right decision. That's what you're saying.
He knew what was going on.
I think I don't think they made the right decision to come to the funeral. It's too hot. People are hurting. That's why you have to have people you got to have a level head person in your camp or on your team to make the honest decisions, to make the hard decision.
Right.
No, we not going. You're not going.
Mm.
And that's it. Watch it on Zoom.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bring his body here.
That's
Bring his body
right.
here. Bring his body to us,
Or
and we'll take.
we'll have a private ceremony the day before. We'll fly you in
Mm.
at 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody's asleep and won't nobody know you coming in.
Oh yeah. See, that's a different level. That's a different level.
You
Think
have
out
to
the box.
think out the box.
There you go.
Absolutely. Please
There
hit
you
the
go.
like button if you haven't hit the like button when you come in. Thanks. Shouts out to the
She,
new
she, she,
subscribers.
she, Miss Liz is teaching us how to move like a millionaire in a sophisticated kind of way. Like, hey, we're gonna do this at 2 o'clock the night before. We're gonna come in the red eye flight.
All right, Dr.
We're gonna
Ennis,
have the
that sounds
funeral in, say our
your
pieces,
system sounds like you
and
got
then we're
Down
gonna let it
syndrome.
go for the puppet tomorrow. That
Yeah. See, or I'll be there, but you
that would
won't
have
know
been
I'm there.
yo.
Or I could be at the
This would have been
funeral and you'll
smart as
never
hell,
know
huh?
I'm there.
Huh?
I could be at the funeral, but you won't know I'm at the funeral. Do you understand what I'm saying? I could be at the funeral, I could be in the
Mm-hmm.
church, but you won't know I'm there. Nobody would know. I could
Nobody
be
would
in
have
the
known.
pastor's office. I could be in
That
the
part.
usher board room. I could be anywhere in that church, but you won't know I'm there.
That part.
But if you're hot, the best decision to do if you want to show your respect, fly in 2 or 3 days early, go view the body, pay your respects, and get the hell on up out of there. We can eat
Mm.
chicken and dressing on the plane.
That,
Say that then. Miss Liz ain't
then
doing
that
that.
sound gangster.
That's gangster. They don't get no gangster.
That's like a real
Miss
gangster
Liz
move,
always
though,
say
don't it?
say that.
That sound gangster. You really do.
But
Yeah.
if you don't have anybody on your camp with that mindset that thinks like
Well,
that,
Antoine,
these are the situations you'll be in.
ain't a situation no more. All he had to do was just get in the casket. He got a double whammy. Shit, it was double whammy. Get in the casket. Go
Damn.
get in. 15 minutes later,
I
you
said
done
damn.
too. I'm gonna get in. Come on, get in. That's all he had to do. He was looking down at the
They-
casket. Come on, get
Damn.
in. Climb on in. You already got your suit on. We both finna go down at the same time. 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, he
Damn.
gone. I said, damn. Y'all get in here. Now I'm gonna say this, Miss Liz, because you missed a couple of things. I just wanted to go over them again with your timeline straight. We ahead of schedule game. And I'm grateful for that. Let me ask you something, Miss Liz. When it comes, we got 18 in the building. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Miss Liz, let's cover a couple of things. I wanted to ask you. Now we read. You was here when we read what the PI could do, right? On that day, you wasn't there. So now we got we got
Who
somebody that
hired the PI? Who hired the PI?
Goldman hired the PI.
How did he afford a PI?
He balling. He balling.
Where
He
does he
got the
work?
box trucks, Miss Liz.
Box trucks what? What is
Box
a
truck
box
people
truck?
he hired to drive them.
What do they do?
I don't know. That's his hustle.
Does he pay taxes on the box truck?
I don't know, Miss Liz. I didn't go down there and help him do his W-2s. But he got
But he has a
that's what
business in a box truck.
he got. Yes, he got box truck with Quay.
Okay.
So apparently he got money to pay for the PI. We don't know how he do it. He already working for the police. He already working for Memphis. You know, Memphis is dirty any goddamn way. How they trying to do us all type of ways. But he hired a PI. Why do you think that he hired a PI coming from from the law, since you know the law? Why would you think that he hired a PI?
Why would you hire a PI? You would hire a PI to prove your innocence, but I don't understand the purpose of the PI.
So the purpose of the PI wouldn't be the reason for the officer. What about the officer that let Maurice in the store? What about the officer that let Maurice in the store? That PI can find that officer's name. Am I correct? If that PI finds that officer, I want to know from you, can that officer be subpoenaed? Because it says it. It says that a PI can subpoena a person to come to court.
Are you saying that, okay, so what you're saying is that the crime scene was contaminated because he went in and grabbed the business phone?
Isn't that breaking the law, Miss Liz?
Well, if the officer allowed him to do it,
it's breaking the law. That's breaking the law, Miss Liz. You let a man walk inside of the store, walk over. Now, remind you, Dolph is laying on the floor.
I understand that.
And you walk over Dolph. And your objective is to grab the store phone and to take it out. Wouldn't it be an officer's responsibility to say, sir, go in and get him, go in and get the people out? Now we know that's a lie. How is it a lie, C-Dub? Because come on, gang. I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Y'all are melanated people. We know what we do when we hear gunshots. We will run through a goddamn wall. We won't even grab the doorknob. We just run straight through the back. I'm already in the back. You think I'm gonna go to the front? I'm still scared to go to the front. I don't want to see the body. Then people get the trash can in the back, Miss Liz. Think about it, Dolph Sector. The trash can is in the back. When the trash can is overflowed, where do they go? To the back door, open it and empty the trash can. Think about it, Miss Liz. What do they need after hearing a gunshot to come through the front? They was already out the back. We know this. There's no reason that Maurice, then Marcus runs in the store, Miss Liz, with 2 firearms. Doesn't come out with them. Who took the firearms?
Oh, that's true.
These are the questions that even Govan is trying to get himself out of with. Why would? At this point, if Govan has hired a PI, if Govan has hired a PI, who else is the PI looking for? The PI wants to know, where did the $50,000 come from? Who? That's what the PI is doing. So that's kind of like, that's why Govan does not want, we saw yesterday when he interviewed with Stan G, when Stan G questioned him about, he said, man, I can't answer that shit. I can't answer that shit. Why you can't answer it? That's letting us know that you're going to roll on somebody. So if he hires a PI, he hires a PI, Ms. Liz. I hired a PI because I don't really want to tell on Gotti. I don't want to say, I want to let the cookie shop, this is what I'm thinking. tell on Gotti because Govan is looking at this crime scene. Don't be no fool gang. He looks at what went on and all the people, and he knows the people. But let's just act like he doesn't. If he doesn't know the people, and he heard Raven say there was an officer there, and the dad let him in the store, and we see this man walk out with a store phone. That's suspect. That's breaking the law. Because that officer should have said, "Don't touch that phone." First of all, the officer should have never let him inside of the store.
Yeah.
It's a crime scene. It's blood on.
And then they always on the side of the store after it's all said and done. Whether he went in the back, front, or side, they all came out the side, and they was all
standing. The officer shouldn't have never let him outside of the store. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Doctor.
Yeah.
But if they already been cleared, what can you do?
Well, how are they get a private investigator?
So
they're not cleared. Am I correct?
So are you saying that Govan is going to throw the cookie shop under the bus? I don't think so.
Why not? Why not?
Why is he going to throw a struggling cookie shop under the bus?
Because they had something to do with it along with what he did too. See, we got to figure that out.
You got to follow the money, C-Dub, and you're not following the money. The cookie shop is not the money.
Spent money for the PI. That's following the money. I don't know how much he paid for the PI, but we know he has one. He had to pay him.
If he had a PI, why would he hire a PI and not just deal with his lawyers?
Who's paying for his lawyer?
The PI is going to make the officers look like they did not do their job correctly. Hopefully that will make him walk. And then there's no telling where it's going to go to where they're going to investigate the cookie shop, and the cookie shop rolls over on Gotti.
Hopefully that'll make who walk?
Him walk.
Okay, then.
Exactly. But after that, the cookie shop's going to look suspect.
But that's the question, though. Yeah. Who did pay for the lawyer?
Right.
PI.
So
Who's paying for it?
Yep.
I mean, y'all drive trucks. Tell me, how much does the box truck industry pay in Memphis, Tennessee?
I don't know how much box trucks.
He can make. It depends. It depends how many trucks he got. Because I think I heard they can make up about $10,000 a week. So if he got about 5 trucks, 10 trucks, like a fleet, you multiply that number. So I'm just gonna say with that many trucks, about 5 to 7 trucks, he could probably make $1 million easy a year off the trucks, paying his workers. They local because most box trucks are local. They home every day, so he just pay his drivers. So he probably is Memphis. He ain't paying them that much, but he paying them enough to come to work. You know what I'm saying? They satisfied.
Damon says this: no cops let motherfuckers walk in around close to a murder scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that they do, but what I'm saying is that would have been revealed in the trial. That the crime scene would have been jeopardized or compromised.
Antoine says the biggest question is why unalive Dolph at the cookie shop whenever he was seen in other places.
They couldn't get at him. Because he was always inside a protected vehicle.
I'm gonna tell you that my vision on that one is because he was really there early to do like Cupcake said. He was told to drive that car from the radio station because he was supposed to come down there. That's why he brought that Corvette down there. Cupcake gonna show you the details. We're gonna get to that. He was at the radio station. They told him to bring that camouflage car down there. They was going to shoot video and all that down there.
He
Earlier,
just should
there
never
was a
got out the
phone
car,
call.
though. That's what we always talk about.
Right. Earlier, there was a phone call. There was a phone call earlier. Now, this is where the catch is. Maurice, again, I said it again, was there earlier that morning. But Raven goes to social media and said something different, but told me something different. She said her mother was there earlier that day. But she told me Maurice was there. And he came, left in a little car. I said, a little car? So they had a little car, and he came back in his fancy black car. I've never changed the way my wording on what she told me. Okay, and she knows it. That's what she told me. If not, come up and hit the link. Now, with that being said, somewhere, if he was there that morning, maybe he called Dolph from that store phone. And Dolph was like, hey, I'm going to be pulling up at this time. He said, okay. He left in the little car. This is just what I think. He left in the little car, and he came back in the black car. So as Dolph came up there to make the payment, we know Dolph was dialing numbers and looked like he hung up when he got out, and he dialed again. And he was looking to the left, the same direction that Maurice pulled up. So I think that Maurice didn't answer the phone, or when maybe Maurice answered at that time right before the shooting when he was on there, and Maurice could have said, man, I'm about to pull up now. I'm right down the street. And Dolph looked out the window. We clearly know by Dolph's action and body language that he was there to meet someone and that he was that phone call. That phone call says, oh, but here's the thing, Miss Liz. Why can't we get the person that he was on the phone with? Why do we get everybody else's records, but not Dolph's phone records? That's the most important record. That's some crooked shit. We need to know who he was on the phone with. We got Straight Drop's call log. We got Cornbread's call log. But we couldn't get Dolph. They act like Dolph never had a phone. Did anybody pay attention to that? They never brought up Dolph being on the phone in that courtroom. This is so crooked. We see that on all shows. On all shows, all court, they take everyone's phone. They tell us, oh, but why not the man that lost his life? I think the most important phone call was the one Dolph was making. That's the most important phone call, because that could have been a person that was setting him up. Why didn't we get that? Not even a whisper to say, well, people pay tax money for this type of stuff. They underhanded and playing in our face like they've been doing. This, you know what's sad about it? It's always like this at the end of the day. We all quiet about it. We don't know what to do. We're stuck. They done stepped on our hand again. And we let the shit go. We let it go. And then they come up with another case or another distraction to let it go. And then 100 years later, they talk about they're going to bring back the files. Like they're going to bring that back up with Epstein files. Everybody dead,
I agree.
man.
I agree. And then nobody even knows those people they talking about. It's like a what you call like a fictional story at that point. Like, oh, once upon a time.
Right.
There was MLK and there was John F. Kennedy, and this is what happened. And the kids are like, who is that?
Yep. And Antoine, remember that gas station picture. Now let's be precise on that. Now I want you to remember this, because I'm saying it. Everything that we see when it came to those photos with Dolph at that gas station, Dolph wasn't at that gas station right before he came. You want me to tell you why? Because I put boots on the ground. I went there. Miss Liz been on Airways. I've been to the cookie shop. Now I'm going to tell you why I know. When you get off the highway, you can see it's sad, gang. Let me tell you, If you haven't been to Memphis, it's sad. When you're on the highway and you look left, it's like a road. You can see the little hill, and you see the gas station right there. All that stuff sit right there. Every time I pass it, I think about Dolph. And you can just see it, the whole scene. So when you get off the highway like we did, Antoine, when you go up that little, it's like a little mini hill, and you look to the right, that's the Shell gas station right there. Diagonally to the left is the Dixie. But let's stay focused on that gas station right there on the right hand side. Right after you pass the gas station, that's the plaza. Now that gas station now it got a vape shop. It didn't have no vape shop on the end of it. They got a vape shop built into the Shell gas station. But that's Negro here and there. So let me say this. Now, if you pay attention, Dolph was not at that gas station before he came to Marquita's Cookies. He could have been there earlier that day at that gas station because that's his hood. Right? But the next block behind all of that stuff is some big old apartment complex, look like some projects. Big as hell. Like if you right behind right behind Marquita's Cookies is a little house, some houses, but behind that it's a big ass apartment complex. Big ass, look like some projects, big, you can tell it's hood. That's all Dolph hood. So that picture I think that they had of Dolph was earlier sometime that day. Now let me tell you why. Antoine, because if you pay attention to the scene when Dolph pulls in, he comes in, his car makes a left in the inside. The gas station is the other direction. So Dolph was coming from the other direction, from by what Family Dollar is right there. He was coming from on that side. That's where Dolph's car turned in. A lot of people say that he was at that Shell gas station and he came in. If that was the case, his car would have made a right when it came in. His car didn't make a right. It made a left. It made a left. And that's just to clear that up with everybody. Because I from experience, now I would have believed that if I never been on Airways. When I had to see it for myself, I said, okay. And I remember when Dolph's car pulled in, it came in from the other direction. So yes, he was probably at that gas station, but he didn't leave that gas station and come straight to the cookie shop. He was coming from somewhere else. And that's real. Because I always go look when Dolph's car pulled in, it came in off the left. It didn't come from the right because that's gas station the opposite direction. So if he would have left there, y'all would have seen his whole car when it turned in. It would have turned in right. It turned in from the left and it came in. So always remember that. Cupcake, can you please explain about him being at the radio station? In the chat, a lot of people don't know that. So let me read this. So he probably was on the phone with Marcus. Absolutely. That's why I believe it, because it doesn't make any sense for somebody to get the permission to walk in a store. And I already got cell phones. We used to using that shit. Think about it, gang. We used to using cell phones. We keep all our information on. It's like, okay, fuck it. It's my cell phone. But why go into the store and there's a unalive body there and you go straight to that damn counter and you grab that store phone and you hide it, talk to the officers, then you make a whole beeline around the car looking down in the phone. Why did you take that phone out of the store? Even in your mind, you knowing that's breaking the law. It's breaking the law. And that's where I say like Miss Liz heard me say, and she said, okay, he's trying to save his own ass. So meaning that, yes. And I want to bring something else. A lot of comments down here, and I'm going to read them all. This makes a lot of sense too. Y'all ever thought about this? Dr. E, me and you had this discussion today, right? All those people that were working in the store, girl at the counter, one.
Right.
The girl with the green apron, with the red hat, two different complexions that Raven said is the same person. Those were two different complected people. So we're gonna say one,
Right.
two. Then three,
Yes.
the girl with the chef hat on, that's three. Then the cousin boy that was in there, that's four. So we got four people in the store, right? But Raven, Miss Liz, does not want to give the people's names. Now, if you're from Memphis, now let everybody track me. Have you guys noticed this? That we never got their names. But think about it. People that want justice for Dolph, if they was from that city, don't you think people in the city would have spoke up like, that was Tamika in the stove, and that was Jonathan, and that was my cousin Cheryl. That was who. We ain't seen one person on the internet identify those people's names. No one has surfaced and gave us those people names, even though Raven didn't give it. It ain't nobody that's been watching this internet that don't know those people.
I don't think of that.
On the show that they were being harassed.
As far as we know, that's what I haven't heard that. But think about it. Wouldn't someone get on the internet and speak on knowing who those people were? But here's the thing. Raven said the girl at the counter she just hired. So now put it this way. The girl at the counter she just hired. So that's not her cousin.
I'm gonna say girl number one.
Okay, girl number one. So
Okay.
girl number two, she's saying it's not Miss Brandy, but she's saying it's not her cousin. So those two people can't be the same person. Make it make sense. So at the end of the day, I would be thinking by now, someone would have surfaced on the internet and identified who those people were. So meaning that especially if they were from Memphis. So have anybody thought about when she said, I just hired that girl 2 weeks ago, that maybe every person in that store probably wasn't even from Memphis? That they were staged people that was there for the cause?
Yeah. Makes sense. You just hired a person. Another one is a part-time, what they say, probation officer. The other one is her cousin in the back, which is the guy, right? It wasn't the guy her cousin or the female's her
That's
cousin?
what they're saying. They won't identify who was the cousin.
Well, I mean, not without the name. We're just saying that your cousin. All these people are people you brought in within the last few days. They just got hired in less than a week ago, so they already kind of like this all new, like you said, like a stage position.
Right.
And not a question.
Like that. Because
And not a question when you guys went and put boots on the ground. Did you see any of them people still working there?
Nope, it was another girl working there. You know, I was trying to make it see if it was one of her. No, and guess what? She was by herself. There wasn't no four people in there. She was by herself, wasn't she, Angel? She was by herself. And there was not now what makes there's an interview out online. I'm gonna show it on my next live.
Because that's kind of strange too. That now you got one person doing the whole shop by themselves. When before you had a whole shop full of 4 or 5 people, 2 or 3 in the back. You know what I'm saying? One in the front. Now you got one person running from back to the front and cooking and doing everything by himself. At least as far as you can see, unless there's a second person back there. But even if it's 2 people, she didn't downsize from what she had, or either people don't want to work there. That's what it would seem like, or what?
This is why I'm explaining to you guys. Don't fall for everything. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. That's very important. Because we never questioned that. Them people might not even be from Memphis. Somebody in Memphis that loved Dolph would have said, "Oh, I know who that girl was. That ain't right." Nobody said anything.
Remember we said yesterday, that girl that was there in the back of the store, you saying probation officer, wherever she is. Now they said she didn't transfer to Florida. So it's like all these people just came there, was like moving pieces. They just came in less than 4 years, doing 3 years now? Yeah. They all then rotated and moved around.
Right.
It's kind of strange that nobody out there, the original crew, is there besides the ownership. But this how we be paying attention, right? Like you said, it's like that's kind of strange.
Yes, Damon Brain said there's definitely some unofficial shit going on this case. Antoine says Kimberly's going to get to something very important. I'm going to read this. I want y'all to pay attention to it after I read this one right here. Antoine, so it's a cover up. TMZ put the video out, but who did they buy it from? Kimberly says now, listen to this. And remember that the car had been sitting up for over a year. And before he got in it that day, so he had put some gas in it. Right. But I don't think, Kimberly, because I'm going to show that clip, that he put some gas in it, but he didn't put that gas in that car at the moment. He did not leave that fuel station right after. Because you could tell from where he pulls in. I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my cell phone right now. So if I had the laptop, I'd be able to show everybody where he pulled in from. So now she says, before the cookie drive, a certain radio DJ called off. People requested that he drive the camouflage Corvette for a meet and greet at the turkey giveaway. Now, not the cookie drive, I mean the turkey drive. I'm sorry. Antoine says, I don't believe anything they are showing us except Dolph being unalived at the cookie shop. Kimberly says, because he would have never been driving around town in that car. Dolph changed cars at least 3 times a day, and he rode in random, normal cars with heavy tint. Kimberly also says, now there is someone with a sibling that used to DJ at the radio station in Memphis. Damon Brain says, her cousin was part of the play. That's why they keep his mouth hush-hush. Kimberly says, I'm driving, so excuse my spelling tonight. It's okay, we understand. Dolph Cousin said he was only in that car because the radio station requested it. However, there was no meet and greet schedule. Come to find out. How are you from Memphis, Kimberly? Those things some things gotta be classified because of her position. Damon. She's official, believe me. Very official. She knows there's certain things that she can talk about because of this case. So we're working on justice. People are working on Dolph getting his justice behind the scenes. Don't ask me how I met her, but she contacted me and she's official. But no, my ex is a U.S. Marshal, and he's from there. And he was a good friend of Dolph. But she put golf there, but we know what she meant, Dolph. But she's also in a higher position as well. So just to be speaking on that. But like I'm saying, gang, it's a lot of things that we got to look at that have been broken. The law had been broken. And that's why Raven does not want to mention the names of those people. But what I'm trying to find out, is at that cookie shop, I'm trying to figure out how they making the money enough to open another shop in Atlanta. Because you got to go in there and put kitchens in there if they don't got one. And then your rent's going to be kind of high. Then you got to take a sacrifice and to take a chance to have that opening and opening your cookie sale. So if that fails, you mean to tell me that that store downtown is doing that type of business, and the store that's on Airways is making that type of money?
Business loan.
Yeah, we got it golf, not golf. I have a type of.
And they sell the cookies in the grocery stores too.
That's what she said. Did you see some cookies in the grocery store?
Not in Atlanta, but I know they sell them in Memphis.
It's still
Yeah,
a lot of sketchy.
they sell
That
them in Memphis.
PI knows something. So if you hire a PI, let's think about the next level. If you hire a PI, that means PI finds something. Something has went wrong. If the PI finds some flaws, that's going to leave more doors open for more investigation, right or wrong?
So let me ask you this, C-Dub.
Yes, ma'am.
If he hires his PI and the PI finds out that he's innocent, right?
Or what about the flaws that about the officers?
Okay, but what if it points to the CMG group? How's that gonna pan out?
If it points to CMG, like them pulling out, now I want to ask you that question.
No involvement. He hires this PI and he's paying for PI's legal representation. You're looking at over maybe $200,000 right there. And he's out on $100,000 bond. Where's all this money coming from, C-Dub?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, people out in these streets got ways of making their money, Miss Liz.
I mean, everybody in Memphis can't be
I ain't
getting
been
high.
pocket watching him. I don't know
You
what
can
he's
only
been
flip
pocket,
so many keys, C-Dub.
but apparently he got it.
What do
He did say,
nothing?
huh?
It don't look like the me got nothing.
Why wouldn't he have nothing?
He probably got a couple of dollars, but I mean, he ain't got no money.
How,
Are you talking about money? Or are you talking about
like.
money?
That's
Are you
the
talking
stuff
about little money? Or are you talking about money?
See,
What you
that's the
talking about?
stuff. See, that's the stuff I don't. Miss Liz, when I was, when I did my time, and people always say that it's some millionaires out here that you wouldn't even know it's millionaires. So you just can't say that that man ain't got no money.
Okay.
Because it is people out there that are millionaires and you wouldn't even know they're millionaires. So that's why I'm always sketchy with saying that with this type of person that's dealing with celebrities and stuff, because he is dealing with celebrities. So we don't know what type of status that he really has, especially if he's a street dude. He could have $1 million buried in his backyard. We don't know how he get out. He's also a gambler. He loves to gamble. That's what he do. His thing is called Bet with Quay. Bet with Quay. He is a gambler. So he could have hit, let alone got his hands in the street, got some money buried, got some box trucks, got his hands into this, hands into that, shit in his mama name. Let's not count him out. Because it takes a hell of a motherfucker, gang, to, if he was down with CMG, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's down with CMG and he turns around and say, I'm getting a PI. See, we go all down the rabbit fucking hole. Think about it, gang. That's almost like when Straight Drop knows that he was rocking with CMG, right? We know Straight Drop wanted that record deal with CMG, and he did a sacrifice by wanting to get Dolph down. Now, let's think about it. He did a sacrifice to get Dolph out of the way so he can get that money and hopefully get Gotti to sign him. So he did get on the stand and he wrote a text when he went down when they shipped his ass on, kicked him in the ass, and sent him on down there. And he said he was never gonna open his lips. He was never gonna bite the cheese. But in the courtroom, why did he allow his lawyer? Like I'm sitting with my lawyer, we sitting down in the table, and then my lawyer tell me, "Hey, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that money came from CMG. Is that cool?" So if he didn't bite the cheese or didn't want to bite the cheese, he would have said, "Man, I don't even want to mention CMG." Why did the lawyer was able to say that money came from CMG? There got to be. That's why I say don't give up, gang. We might get this Rico. I look at little shit like that. That was a key piece right there, gang. That's the only thing that man saying that is the only thing at this point.
Got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right.
Now, Straight Drop was wanting to be with CMG. Why would he allow his lawyer to say that? Dolph Sector, anybody from the sector watching, please do a live and strain my brain. Make me think a little harder. Why would he allow his lawyer to say that if he wasn't going to bite the cheese? Am I making sense, Dr. E? Am I sounding stupid?
No, I'm just paying attention to what you're saying. But like you said, why would he do all that? You know what I mean? It's like that's throwing him under the bus, technically, right?
Right, but he said he's not snitching. So if he's not snitching, so think about it. If he's not snitching, think about this, gang. Now this is what now it's starting to come out. If he's not ratting, and what if he never knew? Because you know these attorneys, they slick, because they want to get their bread. They trying to find a new way to get some goddamn money. They don't give a fuck about you.
That's right.
Hey.
I don't mean it like that, Miss Liz. You're a different kind of attorney.
A real one gonna tell you if they gonna get you out of it. This is how much it's gonna cost. A real one.
Yeah.
A straight up honest one gonna tell you, look, I can get you out of it, just how much it's gonna cost. It is what it is. And they ain't gonna long walk you.
Right. So, but what if the attorney said, what if Straight Drop did not know his attorney said that, was gonna say that? So when the attorney threw that shit out there, that attorney in his mind, because he ain't gonna tell his client everything, that he like, it's really a RICO case right here. This really goddamn Gotti finna go down. They just don't know it. We don't know when we gonna take him down. We still investigating him. My partner and them still on his ass, but something coming. It could have been that kind of message. That's how I take that. That's a subliminal.
Got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right.
How does the attorney know that the money came from CMG? Ask yourself that question.
Because the man is unemployed.
But I'm saying, how does the attorney know that money came from CMG? Because he didn't say allegedly. You know, that attorney didn't say, but you know that money allegedly came from CMG. That attorney said, you know that money came from CMG. How does that attorney know that money came from CMG? So now we got to know who the fuck went downtown and paid $50,000, and that they knew that person that paid the $50,000 came from CMG? Ask yourself that question.
Yeah, that's a serious tag to just be like, boom, in court too. Hey, that money came from CNG that's paying for you, right? Damn. You know what I mean? Don't that directly link? I mean, why would they be paying for anything that has to do with this case?
And they know he has no
That was
money.
dumb. That was dumb anyway. That was dumb.
You see what I'm saying? Why would they pay for anything that has to do with this case?
There you go,
They ain't
Doctor.
that they not that smart at all to be street guys that's supposed to be knowing about the streets and how to move strategically. Because I'm like, I'm not a street dude, but I'm from the hood. But
Here
I
you
wouldn't
go.
do these crazy moves.
Well, here I
Think
think they
before
paid for his attorneys because they didn't want them to lay in jail and start to think. You know, once you lay in jail, probably that second day, you get to thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get to thinking, you get antsy. And once you get to thinking and you get antsy,
Okay.
then you get to
Snitching.
talking. Get to talking.
Now
So
Cupcake say
I see what you're saying.
this
So they
is
just buy a little more time and they go ahead and show them, hey, we got your back, man. We're gonna go ahead and pay for that lawyer and don't worry about that. We got you. So you could be a
but
little,
look
a
what
little
type of
more
lawyer
confident.
he had. $50,000. He needed at least $150,000 attorney that could make him make bail. But
Mm-hmm.
they were botched to begin with. You all on camera going to get cheeseburgers, playing cards. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, Steve.
no, you did. I mean, you're saying it real. Like now I'm gonna read this. Kimberly said. Cupcake said, no. The judge approved for the court to pay for the private investigator. Govan
Well,
is not paying for it.
here's the thing. You're gonna have to prove Hernandez Govan innocent without a reasonable doubt. So not guilty without a reasonable doubt. And I think that it's gonna be hard to prove. Those two individuals saying that he hired them to do this, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
and then
yeah. They
you're gonna
call
have
him
to convince
mastermind.
a jury of that too. That's you're gonna have to convince that jury.
Yeah, 'cause they say he's the mastermind too. So it's kind of like, you know, he did this whole thing. It's his planning. And like you said, the only other person who was connected to him was supposed to be allegedly Big Jook. And he's on the line.
There you go.
That's why I'm saying, and you guys made some valid points. You guys made some. So before we did, you're valid, and you know that's the logicalest way of looking at it, Dolph Center. That is. That's why I'm specifically saying that when that attorney said the money came from CMG, and when they was evaluating Cornbread again on another scene, and he said that um he was trying to get him a deal, that Govan was trying to get um straight drop a deal with CMG, and he said Gotti and them. That's what he said. Those are only two things at this point that we hope and pray to God that they can investigate, because Dr. Ian and Miss Liz has a valid point. It's going to be hard to connect Hernandez Govan to the case unless you got text messages,
Now I see
phone
that
calls.
Kimberly said something about. I just see that. I see that Kimberly said something about Govan has a white girlfriend that's high up in Mississippi. What is she
Yeah.
a lawyer too or something like that, or is she connected to? Is she? What's that? See that?
That part I don't know. I see it though. It says she went to college in Mississippi. That part. She's in the high ups. That's
Where's
Mm-hmm.
she
the
So
going? What school she go to? I might know her.
there's some Mississippi, University of Mississippi. Is that a law school? Is she a lawyer? Is she son of a lawyer? I mean, I'm sorry, son of a
daughter of a lawyer.
daughter of a lawyer. Yeah, I'm just reading the chats.
Yeah. Thank you. I thank you. I'm not reading by myself. Govan has a dentist who funds a lot of his activities. Cupcake be knowing the dentist and everybody. I said, damn. Cupcake know the
Okay,
dentist.
I'm like, what?
Cupcake say, yeah.
What the
Well,
what?
you got Zach. You got Zach Randolph. We're gonna call Zach. We're gonna call Zach for that. Raven said,
And
yeah, but you got
they're
Zach.
trying to get them to move to Nashville and get them out of Memphis.
Oh,
The Grizzlies.
are they trying to get him to
Wow.
Nashville?
Mm-hmm.
Better city, prettier city, cleaner
Wow.
city. But it got some trash in Nashville too. Um, yeah, but now read this one. Yeah, but you got Zach Randolph and Head too. Those guys are involved too. See, this is going to be a conspiracy. Once two or more people knows it knows it's over with the FBI. With the feds are letting the simmer slow like stew. So let me ask you a question, Cupcake. Do you think we're gonna get the RICO? Do you think in due time that CMG will come up with a RICO case under a RICO charge? Damon Brand says because Cornbread lawyer was going to bring CMG up. Yep. Antoine says, what is $10,000 for a paid hit gonna do for someone who has money for a private investigator and $100,000 bond make this make
Right.
sense?
Right.
Cupcake say because CMG let him rot. They let him sit there for a long, long time without a lawyer. They didn't give a damn about him anymore. Antoine said it had to be way more money involved with unaliving Dolph. I believe that. I definitely believe that. I know it was a lot more money. That's what they told us. It was a lot more money. It was a lot more money. The thing, Antoine, none of this makes no sense and isn't adding up to tell no truth. He's mad. It's nothing. Nobody is an informant. Bingo. Through the cell phone, this is how everyone goes down. But we ain't got the cell phone though. We ain't got a cell phone. Unless the feds got something cooking we don't know about. Unless they have someone on the inside covering up all this. Cupcake says, but remember when he bonded out, the DA said new evidence, okay, shows Govan's role had changed. And it wasn't a significant, damn. Wait a minute. My bad, y'all. I lost where she was. Y'all booming right now. Damn, that comment erased. Did anybody see what that last piece of that comment said?
Yeah, it said
Something.
it wasn't significant as significant as they thought. I was reading it too.
Okay,
It
okay, let
wasn't
me go
his
back.
role wasn't as significant as they thought.
So what does that mean, Doctor? What are you capturing
Hmm
from that? What do you think
I
that means?
mean, his role. They keep saying he was a mastermind, but then she's saying that he basically wasn't that big of a person. He wasn't that important because like, obviously, like they said, if he got they paid him what he's going to get $10,000 out this hit originally, just
Or
like
twenty
what his ten
thousand to
percent
get him
cut or something.
each one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, the bail is $100,000 to bail him out or whatever the case is. Why didn't they just pay for his bail in the first place? But they never did pay for his bail, right? They just let him sit in jail. And then with the $10,000, I guess he had got it, but then they got busted and everything else. So what are they really doing here? It's like, are they looking out for them or not? Because like you said about the other two, the shooters, they was like, well, fuck it, we ain't nobody doing that for us. We ain't get paid no money. They lied to us, and like we saying too, $100,000 to kill, unalived dolphins is not enough money. Why didn't they ask for millions? I mean, this is a $1 million rapper. Why didn't they get millions of dollars? They're gonna risk their life and they chances of getting caught. And then I know they was looking at probably on the back end, oh, we're gonna get paid because we're gonna get this record deal, we're gonna make the millions. I guess that's what they told them. But on the
Yeah.
front side, it's like, man, that ain't enough money.
A professional hitman, a professional one,
Hmm
like Day of the Jackal type cat, that would have been a $10 million job.
See, yeah, big money. You going for millions? Or like $100,000 ain't that. Can't as we see, you can't do nothing with that after you divide it up. They'll be broke in a year or less than a year because they're gonna go buy cars, drugs for the what's that family be gone in less than about 30 days. But it was greedy. But I think they had to tell them on the back end, we're gonna give you a record deal. So you're gonna make your millions right there. We're gonna sign you to the label. You'll blow you up. They had to tell him something that's way above his head. Because that what $50,000 after you divide it up, they wasn't 40,000, whatever it was. That's no money. Maybe all at once to them it may seem like it. I don't know. I mean, what these guys be having on the internet be having money all over their arms and stuff. I
Dollar
always
bill,
talk about them dudes. Yeah, yeah, they be having
Amazon
all the,
money, Amazon money,
that's what it is. I mean, what is that? I mean, yeah, I mean, what
Amazon
is that?
money.
Be rolling the money down their arm and have big bricks on the side of their head, like I got all the money, standing in front of the cars, chained out. And I'm like, they got all that money. Why they still in the projects? Why they still all up in the hood, right up and down the street? Make it make
Wow.
sense. I've been bought me a truck and a fleet of trucks, so I won't have to ever work again, be on the island somewhere. That's a different kind of way I look at shit.
It's Amazon money. Go on Amazon
That's
and you
all
can
this
buy
money.
you buy you 4 bricks of money.
Prop money. Prop money.
That's what it
Prop money.
is.
Yeah.
Prop money.
I thought these dudes was balling like.
Hell,
I just wonder
Dr.
why they're
E,
standing in
come
the
on
hood. Because
now.
they got all that money. I didn't know. Nobody ever told me. I thought that was the real deal. They out there doing it big and flossing it. Got their new shoes, and clothes on. I thought they was like the next rapper coming up tomorrow. So I don't know. They sit in front of cars, gold chained out.
Mm-mm.
See how slow I am. So this is what happens to you about 55 years old.
I love y'all vibe, man. Vibe
Had,
sweet.
No,
I
Dr.
attend.
E.
had me fooled.
It says right here. Cupcake says, I intentionally stay in good with my ex for this case. In this case only, I have to share the dog with him, and I do so for this case and the info he gives me. Um, that's deep. That's dedicated. That's love for dog. I do, but there's also going to be. Okay, so you mean you do think that there will be a RICO? She said, I do, but there's also going to be over a handful of trials that's going to have to take place because you got the ones that are not so high on the food chain, but they were involved. Y'all pay attention to that game? That's important. That means he told. Cupcake says, "Oh yeah, I believe so, no doubt, because they'll get his henchmen first, like Vito, and the other ones, and he'll be the cherry on top, and he knows it." Whoa, these street dudes do shit sloppy. David Brand says, and off script. Now Cupcake says they are only talking about the money that Joe put up. Okay, what about the money for everybody else? Okay, and what about all the state lines that crossed and all the studio time that it bought? Jook, not Joe. Damn, I don't correct. Okay, we got that. Dolph had 3 on him, meaning okay, 3 on him. They only received 1 at the scene, so 3 phones. Dolph had 3 phones, and they only received 1 phone. Do we know anything that was on that phone, Cupcake? And why didn't they mention it in the trial? And so we only got 1 phone out of 3. She believes that Gotti will be brought in, and you guys got to also think about state lines and cannabis business because they were some cannabis business going on. Cookie people took them other phones. I believe it. That could have been what the girl in the red was tucking in her pants, or tucking her gun, or tucking one of the guns that Marcus had. Marcus is so suspect. I've never seen somebody lose a brother and just don't want to speak on it. That's crazy. I'm speaking up on my brother. I want their head. Whoever took my brother's head, I'm gonna be talking. If he's in danger, gonna be in danger anyway. So shit, you had them big ass guns. You need to shit. I'll be speaking. What about you, Doctor?
He's probably shell shocked, C-Dub. I mean, he's witnessed it. I mean, you seen the kill unalive your brother like that? Come on. Did he even testify?
No. Never testified.
Never came to court. Nobody in that cookie shop was
show the whole courtroom. He could have been there. We don't know. They don't show the whole courtroom.
But I mean, I think
the phone got Down syndrome.
It wasn't.
The phone got Down syndrome. Say it again, Doctor. You might check.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
I was saying that nobody was subpoenaed in that courtroom from the cookie shop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did find that strange. I do believe that the young lady at the counter should have been subpoenaed.
Yep.
Now, she should have been subpoenaed.
Talk to him, Miss Liz. Say some more good stuff. I want to hear it.
I'm just saying, well, what were you, when they came in the shop, what was going on? What you saw the car pull up, what happened? Did you curse? Tell us what happened right here when the car pulled up. Who all was in the store? Were you was, to your knowledge, what do you know? What was a meeting allegedly supposed to occur? You want to get the backstory of it.
backstory and inside scoop right from
From the
inside, especially from their
employee.
point of view. Yeah, you want to get their reactions. You want to see how it made them feel, what they saw. Because coming from her, then you have a different perspective from the inside. It shouldn't be Raven telling us how she feels. It shouldn't be Raven speaking for her. That was strange too. Raven became the spokesman for everybody inside the store,
And
and everybody
allegedly,
mentioned
she
it.
wasn't even
She wasn't even
there.
there. She was alleged. She said she wasn't. That has.
She
She said
should
she
have
wasn't
been
there.
called to testify. Now,
Mm-hmm.
why? I don't know. But I also believe that case should have been moved out of Memphis. It was too high profile.
Mm-hmm.
It was too much.
So they could have actually did it. Like, wasn't it one time they was going to hold it in Nashville? When they weren't they going
I
to hold it
believe
in another city like
they
that?
should have held it in Nashville.
That would have changed the way the jury would have thought and everything. Because it would have been a different kind of jury as well, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe they would have went straight more like we talking about now. Maybe they would have went straight more for the straight facts and not have no connections with anybody in the city at all. No relatives, no friends, no nothing. They would have been like, okay, we're just going to judge this case for the straight facts and what it is and what we hearing. And I think it would have been more straightforward. I don't think we have all what we're going now and having all these court dates pushed back. I think they moved Govan's court date back to August for him to I guess bring this stuff to trial with the private investigator and stuff. So I'm like, they just keep pushing it back, pushing it back. And man, it's gonna be another year.
Yep. And nothing from Cornelius. That's the strange part. Um, Only Cornelius thought that he was that they were going to give that they were going to get 40K. Drop and Govan, straight drop, did it for the future. Morality. I think I said that right.
Mm-hmm. That's what
And
it's talking about.
all the
Yeah, like
money
the record deal.
and all the money they were going to be making since Drop was signed. Okay, so that they sold him a dream, and he only got $800. They sold him a dream, he only got 8. That's just fucked up.
I didn't
He
even
had
pay
to
rent for him.
And then
yeah
your life is gone over $800.
over $800, over $800,
He
and and
probably
and,
spent that
and
on his outfit,
yeah. Anybody
shoes
that comes
alone.
in,
He had some
we watching
J's.
this live, because there's a lot of information. We sharing with you guys. Um, Positive vibes only. We read all comments. Please comment in the comment section because your comments are important. Your thoughts are important. I do read the comment section. So any replay gang or anybody, happy Saturday to you guys as well. But please comment, please share. It's important. Like button. That keeps these videos in the algorithms. So we give good information and people can check in. The more likes on these videos, the more we stay in the algorithms. Our views go up and we can just speak more and reach out to the people and our word can get heard. It is very important, please. Please hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. If you haven't, you come in on the replay and you watch this video all the way through. Just it's important to hit that like button. I mean, it's a lot of professional people in this chat that's giving professional information. We lay back with it. We breaking it all the way down the best that we can. For Dolph, man, for change. Period. We crime, period, because there's so many things right now, man, that they playing right in our face, gang. I mean, shit. Besides these AIs and all that shit coming out, this shit is crazy. I've never seen this much. I've never seen the justice system do what they have done since Art Kelly, since Jeffrey Epstein, and this Puff Daddy situation. These are young Dolph, young Thug. This is crazy. We gonna see what the Mo 3 situation gonna pan out to be. Hopefully Mo 3 they gonna ship them boys. But what we have seen pass lately, it's like they letting us know they can do anything now. Money talk bullshit run a marathon right now. Now we really seeing it. Money is talking and bullshit is running a marathon. But we do have hope. And I'm holding on to what Cupcake say, man. It's a process. It's a process. The 0.9%. Yes, another person died. Unrelated. You know, we here now. We here now. Let's keep the same energy. We trying to keep. That's why I come on here, gang, because I'm keeping that same energy. I know that I show you stuff over and over again. Why are you showing this stuff over and over again? Different things, and with a little bit of ad and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because it's all counts. You hitting that like button counts. Some people are listening to us. You know that people are listening to us. People are listening.
Oh,
Not only is the people listening, the ancestors is listening. People are listening. The only way we can keep them listening is you guys hitting that like button. So these videos can get in the algorithms. Because we're going to keep talking because we got lips. Let's not give up now. Let's not lose hope now because y'all heard in this live just a little bit that, damn, now you dropped your head. Y'all scared of CMG. I ain't scared of him. I ain't scared of CMG. I'm going to keep showing y'all the phone. We never left that cookie shop. All that shit went on at that cookie shop. Y'all didn't think about them people that was in that cookie shop. All y'all think they from Memphis. We don't know where them folks from. We don't know none of it. As far as Memphis don't know. It don't look like Memphis know them, because I know somebody from Memphis would have spoke up now and said, man, that's so-and-so that was at that counter. Why are the people scared? Why all the people that say they love Dolph that was on that crime scene, ain't not one of them that said nothing? Not a damn thing. Ain't nobody said a word. Went on the internet, sparked up a live, and said, hey, man, I was on the scene. Ain't now one of these people in Memphis that sat up and said nothing for that man because they scared of CMG. Make it make sense to us, gang. So you mean to tell me that's why we can't get up here and talk? Y'all want us to talk. Y'all don't want us to have no power. Y'all Memphis, y'all don't want us. Look what they just did to Tyree Nichols. Look at what they just did to Gang, man.
That was cold.
Look what they did to Gang. And let them go, Angel. Let them go. We saw that man walk up and kick that man in his head. How they did him. He sat there and hollered for his mammy. He hollered for his mama, man. And they let them Scorpion Unit dudes go. And ain't nobody said a goddamn thing about it since. How compassionate his mama was on that stand when she sat up there and said they beat my fucking son. Boy, that was power. And she couldn't get no justice the way his mama said they could. Man, come on, Memphis. They did Martin Luther King all type of ways. Just dirty. Dirty. And they let it ride. They let them officers free, gang, in Memphis. Ain't nobody said nothing about it. Scorpion Unit. Their job was to ride around Memphis and pick on people. Did I mention that? To pull dope boys over who had a fancy car, a Charger, and just go in the inside and just fuck with you. And they did it too. This is getting crazy, people. I can't go down there and shoot up nothing. I can't go down there and fight because I can't get nobody we can't get nobody to gather up and go down and protest like back in the days. We lost all that power. What we gonna do next, gang? Now they took the food stamps from y'all. Motherfuckers gotta get up and go get a job now.
Section 8. Medicare, Medicaid.
Donald Trump up in office. Project 2025 coming. We already ain't got no unity. What we gonna do, gang? What we gonna do? We are the gods of this planet, and we can't even stand up for our own people. We all on the internet, fussing at each other, cussing at each other on the goddamn internet. Ain't talking about nothing. Some people ain't even on this motherfucker talking. They just beefing on the internet. Ain't nobody on this motherfucker trying to make no change, but destroy. Yeah, I'm talking for the answers. I'm talking for. I'm telling you the truth. That's why they don't like me. That's what try to shadow ban me and shit. Put me over in the shadow. They go over there in the shadow, black ass. They keep I don't want his. We can't let this guy right here talk. You know what I'm saying? Got to go buy me a bulletproof vest. I'm putting me some rhinestones on mine. I said, damn.
All right, cowboy.
I'm putting me some rhinestones on my bulletproof vest when I get out of here. They don't want us to have nothing. We didn't let these folks do us all type of ways. And I'm talking because I got lips, but I can't do nothing about it. Because they unalive all our powerful leaders before they turn 40 years old. Let's talk about it. Who we got to speak for us right now? Huh?
You got Minister Farrakhan, but he on his way out of here.
What Farrakhan? Farrakhan is all left.
He on his way out of here.
Now your family can't leave you with nothing. You inherit something for somebody, your grandmama, anybody that passed away in your family. They trying to pass a law right now, gang.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They passing a law right now that if you're not able to financially take care of the bill of something that you was inherited, that they can take it away from you, gang. So if your grandmama leave you with some property and she passed away and you're not financially able to hold that, pay the bills, you can't own that. They taking it from you. Mm-hmm. Why they taking it from them, Dub? Because they going to have a pandemic? Because it's going to be another pandemic?
Ownership. They don't want you to have ownership of anything.
And when your family members start dropping from the pandemic, they're going to take all the land back.
Yeah, that's what they worry about the land because you got 40 acres or you got 100 acres in your family. Y'all get out there and start farming on your own land. They don't want that to happen. Push going to shove. You'll start learning how to garden. You start learning how to do whatever. Even if you're a city person, you're going to get out there and say, we're going to have to plant this damn corn and okra.
There you go.
What I'm saying?
Right. And I'm not just doing this for Dolph. I'm doing it for justice. Not just for justice for Dolph, but just for justice, gang. Just so we can get treated the way we need to get a fair trial. We need all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. So we need the phones.
Yeah.
We need the girl at the counter. Make me feel better. Because if we start letting the law do us like this, can you imagine what they're going to do to your children and your children's children?
They already doing.
There you go.
They already doing.
At some
All these
point,
Mollies and Percocets out there, and all this stuff they popping out there now is crazy, man. Streets are hot.
There you go.
I got a phone call from Montgomery, Alabama today, and said it was like 5 shootings in the city in over this weekend. 5 shootings, and 2 people were unalive. I guess out of 5. They having some kind of July Fest down here. Something new to me, but I guess it's kind of like all the schools, the reunions are having reunions all at the same time over the city, and so it's bringing out bad crowds of people. There's an underground world and the regular world live all on top of each other in every city. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Is my mic coming through?
Coming through very well. You spitting power, so
Okay.
we listening.
Yeah. So it's all these cities, right? Chicago, New Orleans, Atlanta, LA, all these cities got an underground crowd. When a big event happens there, people come out the woodworks. You know, in LA we got the Orange County Fair that used to be about this time. So stuff like that is car shows, and that makes the gangs active. You feel what I'm saying? And I guess in Montgomery, Alabama right now, it's the hot boys, you know, the dope boys. They coming out because there's money coming into the city because everybody coming back down home. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they bringing money with them. They're bringing money, and people want to find something to do because Montgomery ain't the hottest place on the map. We're gonna keep it real. Atlanta next door got all that, so to keep the people in Montgomery, they got to make it hot. Car shows, all kind of stuff going on, all in one weekend. Now July, 4th of July, nobody never did nothing on that holiday, and it's kind of you kind of think about it, you never hear about anything happening on the 4th of July. Any traditional holiday, I'd say, without putting any kind of racial thing on it, they don't never act up on them other holidays. But when it comes to ours or some kind of thing, an event for the weekend, something we didn't kind of made up over the years, there's always shooting and killings going on. Why? So much
Because
unalive.
people are economically challenged. They're tired of struggling, working and not seeing nothing from their fruits of the labor. They're tired. They're
But why?
frustrated.
But why aren't they doing it on the 4th of July? They make sure they don't do nothing on that holiday. I didn't hear about no shootings going on last week, but it's July
I
5th.
was down there in Alabama. It was so damn hot. I don't know why they should do. I don't know why they shoot because I was flying to get back in the air conditioning. So I don't know.
Yeah, they came outside today because like you said, everybody's inside. You know, maybe except for the 4th, but then here it is on the weekend after. I'm getting phone calls like, man, this happened Montgomery Day. It's like 4 or 5 shootings happening. I got relatives and cousins over there, so I'm getting this information from them. And I'm like, dang, all in one weekend, so man, it's all over. But they tell me about you, like I said, it's class reunions going on. It's a lot of stuff planned for the weekend after the 4th. You know, family reunions, all kind of stuff. So everybody kind of came over this July. You know, some people made it came last week, but they still down this week. This has been a great celebration since the 4th. You feel what I'm saying? On the other, on our people's side, I just say it that way. And so they down there at the wild, but this unaliving happens. Like it didn't happen the first part of the weekend though, and it's just kind of this. It behooves me. Like why we don't act up on day holidays?
Right.
We get a holiday and make it up, and then you start acting up. They're gonna mess Juneteenth up in a minute. At this rate's what I'm saying. That's supposed to be a day of celebration and coming together. I can see the way things going now. In probably another couple years, Juneteenth won't be a celebration of us coming together and unifying. It's gonna be a day that everybody be shooting and unaliving each other. Then what we're gonna do then?
That part.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop acting a fool when we get together. You know what I'm saying? Only time I seen us unified was 2 or 3 times in my life. It was Juneteenth. Like I said, it's new. But was Freaknik? It's hard. So I think about the Freaknik, and maybe Bayou Classic in New Orleans between Grambling and Southern. So only time I see a friendly rival. I didn't get to go to that one, but yeah, I would say the Million Man March too. So maybe 3 events that we actually came together where there was no killing or shooting. And the only reason I guess I kind of hate to say Millionaire Marshall if Diamond in the cut somewhere. Well, all the men got together. What about the women?
Right.
Can we ever be a place where we together? That's why I say maybe Essence Fest, maybe. Maybe that's number 4. It's a handful of things.
The Essence Festival was a bomb this year.
We don't have that level. Do we? I guess. So the only thing we got left in is what they call it? Basketball weekend. What they call that? See the when they be having it? What they call that? The NBA thing where everybody in Houston and maybe in LA, maybe in Atlanta. That's what do you call it? Help me, somebody in the chat help me out. But that weekend, the basketball weekend.
Right now. I'm mad on how they doing us all type of ways.
But you feel what I'm saying? We only unify for those events that I don't hear about unaliving our own people. But now these other things we coming up with, July Fest, it's something new to me. I never heard of it, but my cousins was telling me about it. And I'm like, July Fest? What's that about? It's all the reunions and everybody coming back down home. So okay, but we have like 4 unalivings in the weekend. Just since yesterday. Because the weekend, what's the day? Day Saturday, right? So this is just since yesterday. 4 unalivings. Well, 4 shootings and 2 unalivings out of the 4, or something like that. And I think one was a 7-year-old girl that's putting that in the atmosphere too. One was a little 7-year-old girl that was unalive.
That's
7.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. I'm gonna read these last couple comments, and I do want to comment off of this before I do, because I think one of the comments said how the girl at the counter, never alerted anyone, never alerted Dolph and Marcus, and just dipped and cut. Then we seen some of her body language, but like when I look at this part, and it goes real quick when she does say. I say it real quick, but I'm talking about the first person in the green, and it says right there, but right there is actually going to be the second person. So let's go. We got her in the green right there with the fishnet, and then we got
the chef hat,
the chef hat. Then we got her that got the black shoes on.
That's her. That's the same girl. That's the same girl in that green. I'm telling you, it's only 3 people. I can't explain, but it's only 3 people. I don't know how to explain this. I mean, I can't tell y'all why. I can't tell you why. I'm telling you.
So if you can't tell us why you can't tell us why? Like in a courtroom, that's not gonna look good. Because it was 4 people, then why lie, though? And then tell us in a courtroom that the girl that's lighter complected is the girl at the counter, that they're the same 2 people. We know that's not the same person. We know that it's not the same person by you saying you can't explain. We got her in the green right there with the fishnet, and then we got
the chef hat,
the chef hat. Then we got her that got the black shoes on.
That's her. That's the same girl. That's the same girl in that green. I'm telling you, it's only 3 people. I can't explain, but it's only 3 people. I don't know how to explain this. I mean, I can't tell y'all why. I can't tell you why. I'm telling you.
Why you can't tell us?
What the what?
So we're not supposed to believe that there is something that went on and we know it? She can't get drugged into the courtroom? The girl at the counter, like Miss Leah said, can't get drugged inside of the courtroom? At first she told me Miss Leah, at first she told me the apron wasn't green. She told me the apron wasn't green. It was black. Her in the green, but now right there with the fishnet, and then we got
the chef hat,
the chef hat. Then we got her that got the black shoes on.
That's her. That's the same girl. That's the same girl in that green. I'm telling you, it's only 3 people. I can't explain, but it's only 3 people. I don't know how to explain this. I mean, I can't tell y'all why I can't tell you why it's looking. I'm telling you.
But they
It's
had
kind of like she went aggressive on that to kind of like blow that over and hoping it's satisfied that. But we kept digging and we
I
kept
mean,
digging, we kept watching, kept
here's the
watching.
thing. I believe that she may know of these other individuals that's involved. I mean, she probably knows them. But at the same time, she doesn't want to be associated with them right now. Do I believe her and her family set Dolph up? I'd have to see more evidence. I can't, I wouldn't put her out there on the limb to say that they would do that, because what would they have to gain?
Money.
Well, money. Yeah, you're right. Money.
Another shop in Atlanta.
But
Zach Randolph paying the bills down there at the other shop. Like when the lady was putting her out, she said, I'm gonna call Zach for that. Zach Randolph paying some bills. Zebo, Unc paying some bills. Remember that the police who saw the real video footage said that it was another person shot. And that person was supposed to be outside. That was shot. I remember that. Now Rave is spokeswoman because she don't want no smoke coming to her parents. Vado, she did Vado, he's the one that shot Dolph in LA. I remember him. Now allegedly was it Vado? Yes, he was at the Family Dollar, wasn't he? They had a picture of him. True Results had a picture of him at the Family Dollar. Okay, phone.
I'm hearing all this shit pretty much on the scene. They even say Black Youngster was on the scene. But I've seen other videos we was telling you about. So yeah, that would mean the whole CMG crew was in the atmosphere, whether they was the actual shooters or not. That's kind of strange.
Cupcake said he always carried 3 phones, and my ex knew that for a fact because I told you they were friends. One was his personal one, was business, and then one was just for a bullshit burner phone. Cupcake said because the people that he was talking to on the phone haven't gone to court yet. They're low on the totem pole. The pointer 9%.
It was very important. It was very important to Dolph that day because Dolph kept going right back to that phone on camera. He was trying to call whoever he was talking to, and he was trying to talk to him desperately because he was kind of like he was in a hurry, and at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep calling this phone. I'll go ahead and take them cookies right there. But he kept calling on that phone. Dolph was paying so much attention to that phone that's why he was able to walk up on him like they did and run up to the window. He didn't get a chance to get back to the car. He didn't get a chance to duck behind the counter. He didn't get a chance to do nothing because he was concentrating on that phone. Like, man, I gotta get where he at, whoever it is. Like he was really trying to get in touch with them. See, and nobody's there.
And the point 9% said, Dr. E, yes, another person died unrelated on that scene.
Yeah, we didn't hear nothing about that one. I didn't hear that about that one. Meaning that what? Somebody was on the door walking in, go get some cookies too, and they got shot too. They just like, oh, what they do with that body? They ain't mentioned that. You know what I'm saying? Like, suppose another person did pull up there, right, doing this whole thing that's not on video, right? And then they pulled up and they got shot in the same window in the same area where Dolph was standing at. Both of them got shot in like a drive-by.
Right. Cupcake says, I don't speculate. And what I tell is what I'm told. And there's stuff that I'm told that he tells me I can't tell. Lord, I wish I could. Damon Brain says, I agree. I believe people in Memphis know a lot more than others do. And it's crazy that they haven't spoke up. Like, come on. Well, it's not everybody's time yet. That was for Justin and Justin only. The feds in the state are handling different parts of the case. And that's all I can say. So we may get justice, y'all. And that's one of the reasons I know that people, Gotti knows, and that's almost a real statement right here. I'm standing on it. Like we did here, the attorneys say the money came from CMG. So Cupcake says the feds are in the state. The feds in the state are handling different parts of the case. Different parts of the case. We don't know who's being questioned. What about the girl that straight dropped when they all got out the car? The girl when they were wounded, the house they went to. We don't know if these people are being questioned or what they're doing. The 0.9% says I started here in Memphis with the intent of called jump and grab. The Scorpion unit was brought here from Atlanta by Davis. Facts. Very sad. Long live Dolph Paper Route Frank. Damon Brain says they got drones flying around in all the hot areas. A lot of violence and senseless shots got ATF giving rewards for snitching on gun toters and violent offenders. Antoine say March Madness. MFD says, can't explain. Cupcake says, in all due time, that's all I'm going to say. God is good, y'all. And I can't wait to that moment where we go back and we see something happen about this. I just hope it's not 100 years later like they did Malcolm X. But you know what I'm saying? We're here now. And our voice does, like I said, people are listening. The feds do be on YouTube. See, she's involved. Now we're going back to Miss Leah's point. We got about 30 minutes on, gang. I've been watching the algorithms. When we be staying on 3 and 4 hours, that shit don't count. We do better when we keep it short, and it keeps us a lot more information. Dr. E told me that the other day, too. He said, bro, just cut that shit short in like 2 hours, bro, and let it do its thing. You know what I'm saying? We playing with algorithms right now, gang. That's, they tried to shadow ban. We're back. And I know we usually stay on long, but when I tell you we got some stuff, enough artillery, we're good. But we're not going to stay on that long because I'm giving it another try. Stay on short. And y'all seen the last videos we did. We almost got 1,000 on one, and we only stayed on for an hour and 50. The longer we stay on.
It's a formula to everything. I think that's the formula. I'm in the lab thinking about it.
Yes.
I wouldn't be Dr. E right without being Dr. E. We're working on the formula. We're going to try and keep it a little more simple. The product's going to overwork. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Cupcake says she is involved in the planning because she was down there. So she wouldn't have really been relevant for Justin's trial. And I can't say no more. I'm going to have to be quiet after that. The business was almost bankrupt. Absolutely. And now it's new houses and driving Porsches.
And new stores opening. All in Atlanta.
Porsches.
All in other cities. New York City's next.
Yep. I remember the music video in Texas.
All in the video.
Oh, we beat you. Yeah, we beat you. And we gonna keep on putting a foot on the gas, gang. That's mandatory. Now, I promise you guys tomorrow that we're gonna have Dr. Lily Coley, um,
Doom, doom,
Ramir Sadaways.
doom,
They're
doom.
all over the internet right now um, about the Jay-Z situation. Um, I just want to say this: people going to have their opinions on that situation with Jay-Z and his son, and that goes again for our culture. A lot of our culture, oh, fuck it, that ain't the son, and we shoot each other down. And a lot of people shoot people down because they've never been in that situation. But if you had a father or a mother or, someone that you love, because, and me and Dr. E said this, you know how they try to teach this new generation these days, gang. Oh, you in your feelings. You mean to tell,
Yeah,
we talked about this, Dr. E?
that
Oh, you in
phrase.
your feelings. They trying to train these new motherfuckers not to have no feelings. Oh, we a
Yep.
demon.
First
We
thing
didn't
come
say
out
that.
say.
We on demon time and goons and all of that. We didn't say that shit back then. We was a gangster. You motherfuckers talking about they demons, devils, and oh, you in your feelings? Of course I'm in my feelings. I can't have
Everything
feelings.
that everything that's human, you can't be that no more. It's like they trying to train you that it's not it's not cool to be human. That's crazy. But that's
It's
that's just,
nothing.
like you said, the terms. You listen to the terms. I'm a goon. I'm a gremlin. I'm
Yes.
everything but a human and a man or a woman. Everything but. And like you said, and then they when you get a little emotional or something. Oh man, get out your feelings. You all in your feelings. And females say it to the males just as well. So it's like you're supposed to have feelings. But
God, like what you tell him the other day, Doctor? You said God has feelings. Tell him why God has feelings, Doctor.
yeah, God. I mean, yeah, God Himself had feelings, right? I mean, what did He do to the earth? He destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? He flooded it. He cursed man. He cursed women to have periods, and we all die. That's God in His feelings. Because if He wasn't feeling that, He would have let that shit ride. But God got in His feelings. He said, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna flood the whole earth. Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. He flooded everything. Started over. So was he in his feelings? Same for the woman. He like, y'all, I told y'all not to bite of that tree. Y'all went and bit it anyway. You know what? Okay, this what's gonna happen. The woman, okay, yeah, she's gonna have periods from now on. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna be the pleasure of the man from now on. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die. Was he not in his feelings? Come on, man. And we are made in God's image, right? For those who believe in all that. So with all that being said, God was in his feelings and he been in his feelings and he's still in his feelings. But what he do? He forgave us. He put a rainbow up in the sky. I'll never flood the earth again. Y'all forgive me. I was living my feelings. This ain't. But we told now, oh man, you get out your feelings. You all in your feelings. Like it's something wrong with it. That'd be like devil talking, right? Oh, you all in your feelings, man. You all in your feelings. That sounds like the devil talk when you just said, listen to how I just put it in context. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We supposed to have feelings.
You
You ain't
should,
no
but
goon.
you
You ain't no
don't.
goon. You ain't no goon if you don't. You ain't no dog if you don't. You ain't no whatever. We gotta be everything but people. Beast mode all the time. Get in beast mode. Everything's related to monsters and animals and things. But we not supposed to have feelings. But like I said, I just broke it down. God had feelings 2 or 3 times, and we had to pay the consequences for eternity for it. Even though he got his feelings again, and he's supposed to send Jesus Christ down here to make up for what what we have done as a people, because he's trying to comprehend, get along with us, because he love us, right? So he's in his feelings when he love us. He even sacrificed his own son, right? That's where it's supposed to go. So you can't tell me that God, Jesus, or whatever, didn't have feelings. So that's just my thing on it. It's from my perspective. How I bring it to y'all. Just kind of is straight in front of you. These are feelings, and these are the things we say, but then yet we not supposed to have them in modern day times. Masculine, females, and all this other stuff that's going on now. The first they'll say
Yes.
is you and your feelings.
I love
Like
this
God
channel.
didn't have feelings.
I love this channel. Man, I tell you, if I wasn't If I wasn't a panelist up here, I'd be over here watching this shit too, because this is so relaxing. You guys are so fucking great.
Preach, Dr. E. Preach, Dr. E.
Preach, Dr. E.
Uh,
Cupcake says, no, they're low on the totem pole. That's why they haven't been to court yet. They were important to the dogs because the officer coming up there to give them money for the video shoot he was going to do. Damon Brain says, Dolph Friend got shot before he did. Kimberly says, well, I know that there is one marshal watching right now. That is why I'm watching what I say, because I told him I would be on here. Thank you, Marshall.
Did Dolph Friend get shot on the scene, is he saying, or he got shot like prior, like the day or the week or whatever of? What does he mean by that? Because he's saying Dolph Friend got shot too, and we don't see that on video from what we see in the video. Is it another video?
There was a person shot on the scene. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot we don't see. Now, this is new to me right here. So, Raven's mother is driving a new Porsche.
But if he got shot in the scene, I'm just kind of saying, when Dolph pulls up, we got all that on video with him and his brother, whatever, pull up. You saying there's another person besides the brother that was, because there's only two people can fit in the bed.
They say somebody, and that I've always heard that rumor. I heard that they was by a car, like where towards Marcus was running with the machine gun. That someone was shot. I haven't seen all the evidence, and that's crazy.
So does that mean that? So is that meaning that Marcus shot them? Because supposedly at that point, right? I'm going to say it because supposedly at that point, Marcus is the one supposed to be running down the street. As they say, he was bursting with the Draco.
Right.
Is how they quoted it. So if he was the one doing it, did he shoot and hit the wrong person, hit somebody?
Yep.
Once again, why wasn't he subpoenaed to tell us his thing, what he was doing, and what happened? Because I mean, he's on video too, running and bringing the guns. It's like, why he wasn't subpoenaed?
Breaking the law.
Something strange about that. And was he licensed to be what they call, I guess, your bodyguard? Because he had to have a license to carry and all that kind of stuff, and qualified to be a shooter and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, even though this was a homeboy, he got to do like Stupid them did back in the day. You got to get your homeboy certified. You got to get Mob and James and them certified so they can actually be security. You can't just go off they mob homeboys and I'm going to put them in charge. You're going to be having guns and stuff. Y'all going to cross the state lines and all this other stuff. They got to be certified and qualified and whatever else they got to do to do, you know, not to be breaking the gun laws and be protected, right? They got to be in a certain category. You can't just get your homeboy and say, here go a gun, even though that's what we've been told that Dolph did. It's your brother and you gave him the gun, he your protector, but it can't really be that simple. Especially if he got priors and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't make your homeboy, you know what I'm saying? You can't make your homeboy Ray your body protector.
No.
You might. Now it's Ray and Pookie. They're gonna be my bodyguards.
You should have trained higher security.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Professional.
Now Raven's mother is driving a new Porsche. And they refer to their house as a palace. I said, damn.
Oh, wow.
If I was at that cookie shop, wow. I wish I could just go up in that motherfucker and just do a motherfucker.
Who ate all the Gucci soup? Bitch, I told you when I get home from work, I need to eat. What the fuck do you think I'm gonna eat? Who ate all the food? Yeah, and I know it was you. I know it's you. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to put your hand down. Put your hand down. You think I ain't gonna catch you? Put your motherfucking hand down. Where the goddamn Gucci soup at? Who ate all the Gucci?
Why you going out there and tell them motherfuckers down there that man was walking around?
Do you? I remember when this first happened. And Do you ever watch when the cussing pastor was on?
I can't
Yeah,
remember a
yeah,
little,
yeah, yeah, yeah. The cussing pastor. Something happened to him,
little.
and that guy, the insurance, supposed to be related to the cussing pastor. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the
But
guy that was that black youngster owned that white Mercedes that they was in. That was black youngster's baby mama's car. They jacked it from black, allegedly from black youngster. That Mercedes is owned by black youngster.
Oh yeah, I
Baby, he
remember
gave
that
it
part.
to his baby mama.
Yeah, I remember
She's
that
a
part.
white girl. Remember,
well,
because that, yeah, he
go
got a
ahead.
white baby mama.
What,
Oh, I
Black
didn't know
Youngster?
that.
Yeah, so allegedly the car was
I didn't know
stolen.
that either.
It was it was carjacked at a gas station, if I'm not mistaken. But and the throw off was that it was a white person. But not knowing the white girl that got jacked allegedly it is black youngster's baby mom.
Wow,
And
that's
yes,
crazy.
from her. So the dent was
Oh,
caused by black youngster's mother had put that dent because that Mercedes had a dent on the side of the door. That's what the insurance dude was saying when he said Black Youngster came down there. He said, I didn't do it. I need you to fix my car. Black Youngster was down there. But
so so
allegedly,
what?
that
So
go
what?
ahead.
So him and Black, yeah. So, I mean, I'm just kind of stuck when you just said it, because that just shot me right there. So Black Youngster and Govan both got white girls as their girlfriends and baby mamas.
I don't know about
Got a
Govan
all.
got no white girlfriend.
That's what they type. Remember they typed that about in
Oh yeah,
Mississippi that
Kimberly
he has.
Show did say he got a white girlfriend. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, what's up with all these, Memphis, all them black folks and all this stuff that's going on? They got white girls that's
When
still
I
kind of
go
like
in Memphis, I don't see not now one white person. Not now one.
only on Lamar.
Not now one. And
I, I, I said,
where the white people at? I don't see one.
I seen him on Lamar. You know where Lamar is, don't you, Miss
Yeah,
Lynn?
yeah.
Well, yeah, they be over there.
Mhm.
Kimberly said there was a car
I'll
chase.
just say it. Huh? A car
Cupcake says
chase.
Cupcake said there was a car chase and a gun chase prior to everything happening on airways. So that shooting could have occurred with then because was that was folks dragged out of their car at the stop sign.
Damn.
Um, it's a lot of shit going on.
Okay.
Well, what I was saying about the cussing pastor was when this first
Yeah, that's
happened,
what I was about to ask you.
Oh, my bad.
um, he did a show because they
Yeah.
had like $1 million bond or $1 million Crime Stopper reward on any information leading to the arrest. And the cussing pastor wanted that money. So he had a psychic on there.
Mm.
And the psychic was basically saying that it was a music beef. So and that well basically just long story short implicating young Gotti.
Mm. Yeah.
And you know the
Damn.
cussing pastor is not it went up, don't
Yeah, I know he went on in the upper room, but
Damn.
that's what
Who had, who was the psychic Cleo back in the day?
no, he had a white psychic on there.
Oh Lord.
I thought you said there were no white folks in Memphis.
I'm telling you, it should be on YouTube. Go to his channel and pull it up, the cussing pastor up.
I'm gonna
If I
pull it up.
find it,
Pull it up.
if
I'm
I
gonna pull it
find it,
up
I'll
on
put it on
the
my
wall.
wall and tag
Yeah, put
y'all
it on
in
your
it.
wall, please, so I can take it
But
off your wall
and
for the day after
she was
tomorrow show.
she was telling him that it was music related.
Well, she was
Mm.
point on with that, wasn't she?
Mhm.
So I guess we'll get ready to pack our bags and walk down airways and see what we can see for the next show. But
He did say walk down airways.
yeah, we're gonna walk down airways, and thank you guys for coming through tonight. Thank you, Cupcake.
Damn.
Okay, let me read this one. Cupcake said, I ran the VIN number and found a P.O. box that those two had together. So you talking about Black Youngster and the girlfriend? Soon as we think we about to get off, I said, damn, it get gooder and gooder over here. So who was the VIN number to Cupcake? Govan doesn't have a white baby mama. He just has a white girlfriend now. Or just a girlfriend.
Close enough. I'm just saying, what's up with the white girls? You know what I'm saying? It's Memphis.
Dorian said messing with that voodoo took his ass up. Out of her. Cousin Pastor was messing with the voodoo.
He had psychics. He would have a psychic on his show every now and then. He wanted that money because he wanted that $1 million. He was trying to solve that case.
They had $1 million for Dolph case?
Yes. It was $1 million cash reward.
Wow.
So Govan got that goddamn $1 million reward and turned in goddamn.
I can't say that. Wow.
He got that $1 million, man. Govan got
That's what happened. That's how he playing for a PI and all this other stuff. He got that meal.
Yeah, he got that $1 million because he said it right here. Listen what Cornbread said.
Exactly. Hoping to walk free if you go in and testify in this case, right?
Before I talk to them folks and stuff like that, before I talk to them, that's what I'm telling my sister and them, man, I ain't never did no police ass shit, but you know what I'm saying? Quit already told them everything. They already knew everything, so.
Quit already told them everything. They already knew everything, so.
Everything. He said, Govan told him everything. Govan got that goddamn $1 million. I said, damn.
Could be.
That sounds about right. That you know what I'm saying? Because you think about
$1 million bond.
Wow.
I'm not bond.
Right.
Cash reward. Crime Stopper.
Right. So then he probably paid $100,000. So that's how he's able to get out and walk around for free and do what he's doing because he already bought himself out of his own money.
Yeah, he called in, got the money, and then they started putting him in it. He said they ain't get we all damn.
Then he using that for the money for the PI. That's what paid for the PI. So now that explains everything. That's how he doing everything he doing. He got that $1 million off the top. Off the rip. Off the rip. He got the own million. Said, you know, I won't use this for my damn lawyer fees.
Is that stamped? It was $1 million.
It was $1 million cash Crime Stopper reward for any information because there's so many people was calling the Crime Stopper hotline in Memphis.
That makes sense.
I remember that show because I used to watch Custom Pastor all the time.
Wow.
You know, I have an impeccable memory.
I think that's what he did. He got that $1 million and turned it to everybody. Then turned around and bailed himself out, and now he paying for a PI. That's what he got that $1 million for. And then plus he got the trucks out there running. It was a gamble. Man, he made but he want to walk out. Everybody else go down. He's the only one free. Got he? You better look out. This dude got game.
Let's get it one more time.
Exactly. Hoping to walk free if you go in and testify in this case, right?
Before I talk to them folks and stuff like that, before I talk to them, that's what I'm telling my sister and them, man, I ain't never did no police ass shit, but you know what I'm saying? Quay already told them everything. They already knew everything, so.
Quay already told them everything. They already knew everything, so.
Wow.
Ooh.
Learn something new every day on every show, huh? Wow.
He said before he even talked to them folks, Quay had
And I
told
tell
him.
you another time, because Cousin Pastor did a show. He did a show on if Dolph was shot from the outside, how was he hit 21 times in the chest? He did. I posted and tag you in it on my community wall.
Please. Yes.
Wow.
Cupcake said, yes. I'm talking about the black youngster and his girlfriend was connected to the VIN number. That's what she's talking about. Of the white Benz. So yeah, we definitely watching that depth tomorrow with the other stuff that I got and the report. I got some other good stuff too on my timeline I ain't even used yet. So we definitely got to
Forgot
show you
about that
them
movie.
tomorrow. Oh, it's going down, man. We all gas no break over here, gang. I got some exclusive shit too. I got some good shit to go over. So y'all know how I do over here. So yeah, we good. We Trump tight. But I want everybody, even if you're on the Content Kings channel, start getting used to coming over here till we beat you. If you want to leave comments, because this is what we stream through Content Kings till we get the flow back over here, get familiar with this channel. But tomorrow we got Dr. Lily Coley. I just want to say one thing. I don't want about Dr. Lily Coley and Jay-Z's son. I don't like to say alleged because I know it's his son, but I just want to. I was leading into that earlier about our culture always shooting someone down, and people talking. That boy just wanted a father at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, people would shoot him down. But let me tell you how good God is. He got JC. He never gave up, did he? JC got to take that DNA test. He a
I
grown
thought he
ass
didn't
man
have to
that
take
never.
the test.
Huh?
Yeah, he got to take the test.
He got to take the test. And if he
That's what
tries
it
to
should be, though.
prolong and
It
fight
should
it,
be a Mandel thing. It should be a Mandel thing from a man's point of view. It should really be. Because at the end of the day, this will help the man and the woman to stop having these problems with these children. Because the children is what? The
I'm
one
not
they take.
going. I don't. Here's my. Every child deserves the right to know their parented, their parents, their lineage. It's just a real messed up situation. It's just really messed up.
it is. And I want to say this. And this is the last comment I'm reading down there. Please don't put no more comments. I love y'all. Um, because you know how we get on this channel, we get to roll it. And we testing something today. We stay on tomorrow. I just want to say this. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And I'm glad how you said that. It is messed up, Miss Liz. And I have some questions, and it's going to be exclusive tomorrow. I don't want to really say much. I just want to ask her about these certain questions. But I find it hard to accept the fact that when God blesses you with a talent and blesses you with the talent, and the talent has made you not $1 million, but $1 billion. And you may have a seed. You notice your seed. And that child has your same talent that God gave you. But it's so hard for me, and it's not just Jay-Z. Just people that have that power, and when they get money and they have these children, and God has put you in a position to take care of your responsibility on how that they could be so cold. And then they don't sit back and realize that the reason why they're going through these different things now in life is because you didn't listen and do what God wanted you to do in the first place.
And it's acknowledge your seed.
And that was to acknowledge your child. See, we got to realize that. And then this is why I say, it's a lot of people on here that say that may not believe that that's his son, but people believe it. You know why people believe it? Because why would Tasha K have him on her channel? Why would these people have him on their channel? And all these people now, knowing that it's still a throw up that he might not be his father. But he is his father. We know that. But why would you even step out and deal with that? Because you have in your mind that you know that that's that man's father. But see, with a lot of not having tough skin and people putting you down and slandering you, because you know how the internet is, it can make you give up. But Ramir never gave up. And now he got that test. He got that test.
Well, I'll say this. I really don't like to comment on celebrity paternity tests because it being in the industry, it's extremely complicated because I can look at it from both sides.
Yes, ma'am.
Number two, you do have some trifling celebrity parents.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
do, and I've encountered them. It's challenging. It's very challenging. I will say that. But what have I always said on your platform, C-Dub?
You always say a lot of good stuff, Miss Liz. I can't. I don't know where to start.
I've always made these statements. Power, money, and connections. And I'll leave that on the table.
Damn, we got a power pack panel. Man, our power pack panel is power pack.
Now you mentioned one word, and you mentioned the word billionaire. Now add power and connections with that.
I can't even follow that one. I gotta let that one ride. As much as I want to say, y'all know me. I want to come back and add something to it. I can't even add that to
Let
that.
me tell you, you know a rapper named Jeezy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jeezy. Jeezy is one of the most trifling celebrity parents I know. Now, of course, he shows off the two he has with Keisha Kaur, but he never speaks about the mentally disabled one he has that he only pays $2,000 a month for.
What? You dropped the ball on that one.
Oh my God.
Damn.
He
Like we're gonna do a
never
show.
mentions, he never acknowledges his son, but
Do you
never
have that?
mentions.
Do you have that intel?
Yeah, I can
Can you
send you some stuff. I'll post that one online.
We're
please
gonna have to do a
post it
show on it. Yeah.
because we going
We're gonna
live
do a show on it.
tomorrow. Because let me tell y'all this. Tomorrow's show with Dr. Lily, because they really ain't spoke out since this happened. They come into my channel to speak
We're gonna
out.
do a spin-off show on the show tomorrow. We're gonna do a spin-off show on the
It's
spin-off
gonna
show.
be. I'm not gonna try to drag Jay-Z. I'm just hit facts, but at the same time, the stories, everybody that you're gonna hear that has happened to Ramir. Some of them was life threatening. You're gonna hear it that he went through to keep him silent. You're going to hear it. And I'm so happy. I am happy that he got that test. Because there was a point in time that I thought, man, I ain't going to get it. But you never know what God got out there for you. He has a praying godmother. That is a praying lady. She has a great heart. She raised that man like he was her own son. His mother passed away, and that was a very mysterious situation.
Now I have one super question for tomorrow. Not cutting you off, CW, but I do have an important question tomorrow, but I want to save it for tomorrow. But I just have to say that I got one that's itching in my head.
Okay.
I gotta ask. Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I
I
had to say
have
that.
intel. I have intel that I haven't put on the internet. It was on my last channel. That happened to him. I speak to him on the phone here and there. Um, and it is amazing. Um, and prayer helps a lot. And I'm definitely grateful to know them. And I know in my heart, I know everything's gonna turn out the right way. And I'm just watching the shift. I'm watching how things play out. But it is something that's keying in with what's going on with what we're talking about. I'm gonna leave that right there. Um, And I just want everybody, if you're listening, replay gang, y'all tap in tomorrow. We could go on a little bit early because I'll be done driving early. So it's going to be a great show. I'm going to hit some good questions. Miss Liz, if you can please, that Jeezy situation. I just want to touch the heart of people um, on this show to, let's stop pushing each other down, man. When it comes to people's families and they loved ones. Until you walked in their shoes, we should not have anything to say about anyone if we haven't walked in their shoes. And we all make mistakes. We're only human. But at some point, we got to do this show for change. And I'm just praying that the Most High give us the words and just have a great show tomorrow. So again, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for knowing her. And I think we're gonna do a good job. I'm gonna ask some questions that haven't been answered, and she has some things that you guys are gonna be shocked to hear. So I'm gonna leave
Do
that
you
right
know?
there.
Well, one question: do you know when the test is gonna be? It is like a Mando test? Is coming month or something like that?
I'm not sure of the month. That's what I'm gonna get ready to tap in on tomorrow, but it is for sure. Um, I've been doing a little research, but I didn't get that far as the date. I think it started with a J. I think it's July or something. I want to say July. It's January. It's up and coming. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm gonna look into it, and she'll be able to tell that on the show. But I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
find out before we go on. So I think that's gonna be a great show. Let me read this right here, gang. Shandell Barnett, y'all know who that is. Got $15,000 that was being offered by the feds, and there was another one I didn't know about it, and neither does Damon. He said he didn't know, but there could have been. That's about the money, the $1 million. I just got called to work. That's what sucks about being the only high risk bail bondsman around. Off days really aren't off. Good night. Thank you, Cupcake. Make sure everybody tap in tomorrow for the show. Check out my community post. We'll be sharing some things. Darian Gray says, if someone want to be out front, this part of the game. If someone want to be out front, this is part of the game. Uh-huh. That's true. Um, thank you guys for coming through tonight. We've been on for 2 hours and 48 minutes. Replay gang, shouts out to y'all. Thanks, my MFD, for coming in and monitoring the channel, dropping the links. Shouts out to Yolanda the Great. My panel Diamond, she had to go. No Diamond. She'll be back. We love Diamond. And Miss Liz, thank you for coming in and filling in the parts that we didn't know about, like you always do, and just being part of this panel. Is I always, as soon as I see you, I drop the link. You're pointing to this channel, and God has given us the power and given us the right people to get on this platform and build and not tear anything down. So with that being said, I am C-Dub, Mr. I Ain't Said a Word, you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, and you got Dr. E, and you got Ms. Liz, the greatest assignment gang on the channel. Shouts out to the Young Dog sector. We right here. Let's not get scared now. There's a lot of things that was dropped down there by Cupcake. I think everybody needs to pay attention to. We're not losing faith. It's, again, another reason why we can't lose faith is what I just spoke on, what happened with Dr. Lily Coley and Ramir. Never give up and always believe in the Most High. And with that said, I guess we'll close out. Peace and love to everybody. I know it get hard out here, but remember, we all going through the same thing, and it's called life. Peace and love. May God bless you all on your journey in life, and we out.